Oh man, so we are back. Good folks, we are back, man. I was gonna do some short form videos and uploads to the channel, but I got distracted. Family stuff came into play, you know, celebrated a quick birthday with my cuz real quick. Did not know he was in town, so I was vibing out. But then after that, I'm like, man, I gotta get back to the crib to cover some more things, get back to work. On the way home, as soon as I pull up to the crib, I seen the verdict. Not the verdict, but the sentence for Karmelo Anthony. And that shit shocked me. 35 years. I did not expect 35 years. Now, due to Karmelo putting things into the jury's hand to sentence him, and then the jury coming to their verdict within 3 hours, that let me know right then and there they was going to be harsh. If they came to that decision within 3 hours, I knew it was GG's for bruh. But I did not expect 35 years. I just knew it wasn't going to be anything like 5, 10 years. I was thinking maybe 15, maybe 20. But they gave him 35 years to guarantee as much as they can to take away that man's life. In their minds, they think he's a cold-blooded murderer. And in my opinion, I think that's due to the defense being weak as fuck. All right, so we're gonna go over some things. This live stream, we're gonna start off heavy, but then end off with lighter vibes. Y'all know my live stream, especially late night vibes. We be kicking it, you know, nothing too heavy. We playful, much more lighthearted than the normal content. So if you're first time here, then you know that's how we get down. But we do have to cover this crazy case. All right. 35 years is crazy as hell. As y'all join the chat, talk y'all shit, because we do talk back. Drop the area codes down there, all that good stuff. I see homie in there, skillful. No hype was good, homie. But yeah, we got a lot to talk about, man. So in this video, man, this live stream at least, we're gonna talk about this Karmelo Anthony sentencing and the reactions to it. We also gonna tap in on some lighter hearted things. Kai Cenat bringing back Stream University. We got people like Finesse 2 times, and then Adrian Brona and Dean demanding that they get an invite to Stream University. And we also going to talk about it's a situation where this one streamer, since we're going to talk about streamers, this one streamer was cheated on by his girlfriend, and she cheated with her blood cousin. Crazy situation. She's finally speaking out on that today. I've been meaning to cover that with y'all, but hey, we're gonna tap into that. But that's the more lighthearted things, if you would say it's lighthearted. But let's talk about this serious case with Karmelo Anthony. All right, so if you guys do know, in Collin County today, Karmelo Anthony was officially charged with, well, not charged, but officially sentenced after being found guilty for murder of Austin Metcalf. He will be serving 35 years in prison, with the chance for parole in 17.5 years, based on what I've read thus far. Now, it's been a lot of reactions. We're going to be going over it. We got 404 in the building, 202 in the building, 804 in the building, 818 in the building. As I'm pulling up this footage, it's a real impromptu live stream. We're going to be chilling like vibes. So drop them area codes and all that good stuff. Y'all know we streaming out of 305. But it's a lot of shit going on, man. I'm seeing a lot of things, a lot of conversations. Now, Charleston White, y'all know, y'all know how I feel about Charleston White, you know. Sometimes I hate the character he be playing. I feel like it goes too far. But this Karmelo Anthony situation is one of the things where he caught himself and was like, okay, I can't be playing with this one. And then after initially going against Karmelo Anthony, he then changed his statement and was rocking for him. Now, this was his thoughts after the trial, because he says he's been rolling with Karmelo Anthony's dad, and this is what they had to say in reaction. This is one of the only people that I've heard, other than that other dude, that Dominic dude, say that they speaking to Karmelo Anthony's family and what they're gonna do moving forward from this point. Got to take everything with a grain of salt, because you got to take the entertainment aspect into it. But I hope Charleston White ain't playing about this situation too. But this is what he had to say in response.
We already got the money set aside for appeals bond. Why? All white jury, the judge and the DA are buddies, along with the dad, best friends. That's been our trump card.
Oh,
We've been holding. We already knew that. God has spoken.
Tally in the building, 850 was up.
And you cannot make me believe that as many gray-haired white women on that jewelry that's dealing with white guilt about going to heaven is not gonna have no compassion about a kid that's been straight A from the time he's ever read a book in school, has no history of violence, has saved children's lives by risking his own life by jumping in to save somebody from drowning. This kid has no violence. Austin, on the other hand, is a violent brute with some sexual rape allegations hanging on his ass. That's why, man, they coerce them kids. But one thing about kids can't lie to professionals under pressure. When you was told, when you gave a statement in the beginning, you can't come back and amend it later and say, well, I meant. No, what you said that night is law. Back up right up. All them white people talking about what they gonna do, they ain't gonna do shit, nigga. They ain't gonna do shit. When Makai Johnson and Galvin Long killed them motherfucking white police officers, you white motherfuckers didn't do a goddamn thing. Not no guilty. If you think they're gonna find him guilty and they just put manslaughter on as a charge and it wasn't on there in the beginning, you don't know law, cracker. You like the dumb white boy that had the whip. He can't spell either, nigga. Yeah. We already got the money set aside for appeals bond. Why? All white jury, the judge and the DA are buddies, along with the dad, best friends. That's been our trump card. We've been holding. We already knew that, but we wanted everything to play out how they had it. I can't wait till I walk. The family, we waiting on each other. Yeah. I've been riding with the family, nigga, since day one. I'm sorry, since day 5. White people mad because they poor. Nigga, I wouldn't give a damn about what happened. I got a show tomorrow. I'm getting rich out here off content creation. All you white people, you're still gonna be fucking poor, struggling with gas prices. Say, big dog, hey, I wouldn't have got me a Miss Lily. I wouldn't have got me a white woman. Yeah, I wouldn't have got me a white woman. I'm finna treat her like she black today. So I'm giving her everything she wants. You want some weed? You want some?
All right, that's enough Charleston White. But Charleston White say he been rolling with the family, and they are claiming that the judge is cool with the lawyer and also the father of Austin Metcalf. There have been some photos that they say that's alleged that them two together. I don't know if it's AI or not, so I'm not going to even entertain that, but that's what is feeding that conversation and that narrative as well. I don't know, but that's what people are referring to. Now, I ain't going to lie, bro. A lot of people that make Coon and Jason content, they having a nigga wake up call right now. Because as they're covering this shit and trying to be quote unquote fair and trying to speak from a black perspective for the first time in a long time, they are realizing that their followers don't fuck with them for anything other than being able to justify what they really want to say to black people, but they use black voices to say it for them. So this dude right here, he is someone who pretty typically sides with, people who make content on that side. He has people that's threatening to not support his content anymore because of his take on the situation. All right. Let me see. Let's go ahead and see what he has to say.
Karmelo Anthony has been found guilty of murder out there in Cullen County, Texas, after the 2025 track meet incident in which he stabbed Austin Metcalf. Now, straight away, I'm going to say it. This was a gross miscarriage of justice. Gross miscarriage of justice. This was not murder. Whether you believe the stabbing was right or wrong, it doesn't matter. Let's talk about what the law says. The law says that you must intentionally or knowingly cause someone's death. This refers to when you get up in the morning and say, you know what, I'm going to go take this man's life. When you pull out a gun, you shoot him, you're trying to rob him, carjack him, something like that. That's a murder. Manslaughter is when you do something reckless that causes someone to lose their life, like playing with a gun, it goes off and then somebody gets shot. Neither of those things happen here. So it wasn't even manslaughter. It's not even like, oh, well, give him manslaughter. Nah, this was self-defense. This is not guilty. Self-defense says you must reasonably believe that you are at risk of great bodily harm or death. Now, if you're 5'8", 130 pounds, here comes Austin Metcalf, 6 foot tall, 215 pounds, and it's his brother and maybe 2 more people, you feel like you're in danger, you're at risk, that's self-defense. Just like with Trayvon Martin, Zimmerman said, I was getting beat up too much by Trayvon Martin, so I had to pull my gun and shoot him, and he beat it. There's been countless cases like this, and it wouldn't matter the color. If it was 2 black kids attacking little white boy, and then he takes one of their life, oh well, because you can't go putting your hands on people, you can't go assaulting people, and then claim to be the victim. I don't know where they do that at. I don't know what part of the country you guys are in, what part of the world you guys are in.
All right, so that's what his take on the situation is. He's usually not on this side of things. So people in this comment section saying what merits you to see his defense that aren't his skin color. He says, I don't care about race, you do. Someone says, so if you push me, I should be allowed to stab you. What else we got? You do realize the defense's own witness said Anthony was the aggressor with the knife in possession with intent. Hire ex-public defenders and win super prizes. That's capping. There wasn't public defenders. I'm trying to find the comments when I seen someone saying that you're gonna lose your following. Someone said, I just unfollowed you on social media. Woody whoop. I seen more of this earlier, and I'm like, damn, bro. When you put yourself in that trip bag, when you cover content or always choose a certain side, people are only gonna fuck with you for that reason. You can't even be honest when it comes for your own people, bro, because it's the weird ass side that you chose. All right, so let me go ahead and see what else we got over here, man. I've been seeing motherfuckers talk about this shit all day as we lead up to the shit, so let me just keep this over here. So this person right here outside the courtroom when they found out about the verdict and the sentencing.
Mother to motherfucking mother. You should have said don't give that man no motherfucking mess. They said 5 to 99 to life. You should have said 5. Cause you know that shit wasn't trying to go down like this. 35 years.
Karmelo was not just any child for murder.
Alright. So the family of Karmelo Anthony was outside. You see the mother in the car with the dad.
Grab him some room, guys. Let's get out of here. Let's go. Let him out.
All right, so Karmelo's mom saying prejudice, racist bias. She's repeating that as she drive off. We got Evan Turner saying over here, NBA player, former NBA player Evan Turner saying, don't go to court in Texas. They gonna run a number on you. Who else? We got someone says, well, at least Austin is dead and the winner's a win. Dude said, this is why I don't believe in black children in predominantly white spaces. All right. Cardi B says, wow, just freaking wow, disgusting. This is not justice. This is trying to make an example. Who else we got? They have the defense attorney that represented Karmelo talking about what kind of lawyer is best for you, aggressive versus easygoing. And someone said, this is Mike Howard, Karmelo Anthony's lawyer, claiming to be easygoing and not an aggressive lawyer. No wonder Karmelo lost. This guy didn't even try. Let's see this shit.
So what kind of lawyer do you want? Do you want an aggressive junkyard dog who's going to fight for you hard? Or do you want somebody who has a reputation as, easy to get along with? The answer might surprise you. While of course it's important to have somebody who fights for your rights and stands up for you, if they are that aggressive junkyard dog, the risk can be that they end up being obnoxious or offensive to judges, to prosecutors, and even to juries if your case goes to trial. And so having somebody who knows how to walk that balance, who knows how to stand up for your rights and fight for you, but knows how to do it at the right time and how to do it, that walk softly, carry a big stick mentality. that they have a good reputation. That makes all the difference in the world, in my opinion. You know, I have cultivated a reputation at the courthouses in which I work as somebody who fights for their clients. And if you go to trial, I'm going to give you a hard-fought trial, but who's easy to work with, easy to get along with, and reasonable. That ends up benefiting my clients. It's not something where I'm intentionally, you know, being something I'm not in order to get prosecutors to open up and talk to me. But my reputation as easy to work with ends up benefiting my clients.
Well, it didn't work this time, my boy. Not only did you get the worst possible outcome, you also got a crazy sentence. Did you, and I'm hearing that you didn't even get a plea deal at any point of this trial. So whatever you was doing, don't do that shit no more. Don't do that shit no more. Don't do that shit anymore, my boy. All right, so what y'all guess Academics' take on the situation was? Now, Academics is in a position where he has to hold this position. I'm gonna tell you why. It's obvious, but this is his position on it.
Now, this is another thing that people are not understanding too, and this relates a little bit to the Chud the Builder case. People keep thinking that stand your ground means crash out, which it doesn't. You know, first of all, this situation wasn't a stand your ground situation. And even with the Chud the Builder thing, that's still not a stand your ground situation, technically. It could be seen as one, but they're not, right? In stand your ground cases, you have no duty to retreat, but in self-defense cases, you do have some duty to not escalate. That's the thing, right? And I hope you understand both points. So in stand your ground, if someone comes to you with an issue, you don't have to run away, right? You can stay there and protect yourself. And even if protecting yourself means even chasing, which that involved what happened with Zimmerman, right? That's even protected. It's pretty much the don't start none, won't be none law, right? But that's not self-defense. Self-defense usually is not escalating, which means not because someone punched you means you immediately shoot them. That's an unnecessary escalation that is not proportional, and then it's not self-defense. It's not covered. If someone pushes you, tells you to get out of a tent, or punches you, whatever happened, unless there's some other factors, you can't just pull out a knife and stab them. And again, you know, I don't want, you know, I'm not that familiar with every detail of this case, so I don't want to just like cast aspersions on how this kid handled the situation. Clearly wasn't good, but you know, I don't want to use or trying to refer to facts that I'm not too sure of at this moment, but yeah.
Granted, many people knew that the situation, when we consider the force that he responded with, was going to be a sticky situation. But when we compare this shit to that case in Allison's case, where he ended up walking away with what was negligent homicide, you would think you would get a similar situation in this one right here. But that wasn't even considered. The lesser offense that was considered was manslaughter. But still, the jury obviously wasn't going to even go down to that. But I don't think this situation is comparable to the Chud the Builder situation, because Chud the Builder, leading up to that situation, was trying to plan this moment out where he would kill someone on stream. And you had tweets that foreshadowed him possibly killing someone on stream by antagonizing them. You know, this situation was an argument that he didn't even start. He being Karmelo Anthony. Dude walked up to him while he was trying to escape the fucking rain. He didn't even start the situation. It escalated past that point, but I think those things right there shows a difference when it comes to stand your ground, in my opinion. But obviously, you know, we have reached the verdict. So if you are on that side of things, you seem to be more right because of the verdict that we got. Let me see some more things that was said. Just trying to get a conversation about based on everything people been saying so far. This lady says, my heart breaks for that boy, 35-year murder sentence for self-defense. I pray they appeal. Lord, protect him. Who else we got? Man, this shit is just crazy as fuck, bro. I did not expect this. I expected probably like 15 to 20 years. But a full-blown 35-year sentence, meaning that boy is out of here. I ain't expect that shit. All right. Let me see what they saying over here about this shit. After this, we're gonna move on to the next topic. Once, like I said, more lighthearted shit, because this shit has been heavy all day.
Breaking news tonight, a Collin County jury has just sentenced Karmelo Anthony to 35 years in prison for the murder of Austin Metcalf at a Frisco track meet. More reaction from the trial and the emotional victim impact statements.
This verdict sends a clear message. Violence like this won't be tolerated in our Collin County community, and we remain committed to protecting our schools and standing with victims and their families.
Strong emotions outside the courtroom.
That's what I meant to tell y'all. I gotta tell y'all what Austin Metcalf's dad said to Karmelo.
All day long as the verdict came down and the sentencing happened, what our crew saw and heard today in McKinney.
Here for you, the news leader, Fox 4.
A Collin County jury sentences Karmelo Anthony to 35 years in prison, family by their side.
Today, justice was served. A year ago, when this senseless murder unfolded, I said that it had struck a deep nerve in Collin County and far beyond. I asked our community to ignore all the noise and instead be level-headed and patient as the process worked. And today, the process delivered accountability. We are grateful to this jury, and we are grateful that the good citizens of Collin County had an opportunity to weigh in on this case. I'm proud of the exceptional work of Bill Werski and our team of prosecutors, DA investigators, and victim advocates, and all the good and outstanding men and women of the Collin County District Attorney's Office. We thank all the parents and their brave kids who did the right thing. Despite the trauma of witnessing the senseless murder at a school track meet, they cooperated fully and testified truthfully. Their courage was essential to securing justice in this case. I'm especially honored to be joined here today by Jeff and Megan Metcalf and their son Hunter. Their strength and grace throughout this unimaginable journey has been inspiring. They won't be taking questions at this time, but their presence here speaks volumes about their commitment to seeking justice for Austin. I want to thank Judge Rhodes for presiding over this trial with fairness and efficiency. I want to thank Frisco PD for their investigation. I want to thank the Collin County Sheriff's Office led by Sheriff Skinner.
All right, I don't want to hear no more of what dude got to say. But all right, let me read off the the impact statements. Now, these were after he was already sentenced, but let's go through them. So Austin Metcalf's dad. This is what he said to Karmelo Anthony in the courtroom. He says, "We were robbed. Don't look down of all of these things." Saying that while Karmelo Anthony was looking down. Saying, "I said from day one, this was never about a race. Please don't politicize it. But what did you choose to do? Both. It's about right and wrong. We're all humans. We all bleed the same color. You're free to make choices all you want, but you're not free from those consequences. You will face those consequences starting today. People think that grief is sadness, but it's not. It's rage." Slamming his hands on the table. "Pure, unfiltered rage," he shouts. "You failed your parents, you failed yourself, and you failed society. You don't belong in this community," he says to Karmelo. "You're going to prison. You can't even look me in the eyes right now, but you can stab my fucking son in the heart." All right, that's what Austin Metcalf's dad said to Karmelo. All right. Hunter Metcalf said this to Karmelo. "If you could just look me in the eye while I speak, I will respect that." But Karmelo looked down the entire time Austin spoke, they says. Hunter spoke. Austin didn't speak. Austin can't speak right now. You may have just been given a sentence of 35 years behind bars. You can consider yourself lucky because I've been sentenced to a lifetime without my son. Austin Metcalf's mother speaks directly to Karmelo Anthony during the victim impact statements. All right. That's what they had to say in response to the verdict and to Karmelo Anthony with their first time being able to speak. They did say some more. Let me see here what they got to say over here.
Made this statement: you have been given a sentence of 35 years. You should feel lucky. I have been sentenced to a lifetime without my son. Next to take the stand was Austin Metcalf's father, Jeff. He had a video up playing photos of his son, Austin, over the years, many of them with his brother who was there in the courtroom also. And he talks about their faith helping them to get through this, but also he came to a shout telling Karmelo Anthony, we were robbed, and to suffer such a loss is tragic, and how this whole ordeal has just taken a part of himself, and he is not the same person anymore. And he said that his son's death didn't just change who he is, but it destroyed the person who he used to be. And then it was very impactful as Hunter took the stand. We did not hear from him during the trial, as many were expecting, and he took a very respectful tone. The father of Austin Metcalf had really pointed out that he wanted Karmelo Anthony to look him in the eyes, and Hunter did the same thing, asking in a polite way that he would really appreciate it if he would look at him as he had his statements for him. And he said that you still have air while my brother is 6 feet under. But he went on to say that his brother's legacy will continue to live on. The family later appeared in that news conference that we showed you, but they chose not to take any questions tonight. Stephen, Heather.
Understood, Lloyd Brown.
All right, no. At the end of everything, y'all know the scene outside was crazy. We went over it earlier. They had some deputies come and clear the shit up after the judge ordered that they go ahead and calm shit down outside of the courtroom.
Per the judge's orders, the parking lot will be closed at 9 p.m. Parking lot will close at 9 p.m. Parking lot will close at 9 p.m. Parking lot will close at 9 p.m.
All right, man. So that's where we stand right now. That's where we stand right now, dog. Karmelo Anthony sentenced to 35 years in prison, eligible for parole in 17 and a half years. I'm sure there will be attempts for an appeal. They saying this is the mugshot. I'm not sure if this is AI or not. You never know nowadays. They AI every fucking thing. They did say he did chop his head down. So this may be how he looks today. I don't know. But that's where we stand right now. I hope his lawyers did a good enough job that the appeal actually works, because you have to fight during the trial. So when it comes time to ask for an appeal, you were calling out mistakes that the judge was making or things that you believe were mistakes to even help your case in an appeal. But we'll see, man. It's a lot of different things that was going on. So we'll see. We'll see. But all right, let's move on to some more lighthearted things, man. Let's move on. Okay, so did y'all see this fucking story, man? We gonna talk about some streamer shit, but did y'all see this story? I seen this story and I'm like, this shit crazy as hell. I've been waiting to cover this shit, talk about this shit with y'all. But this dude is a streamer. He's dating a girl who's also a streamer. And he's alleging that the girl cheated on him with her fucking cousin. All right. I gotta put a girl. I got a video of her somewhere else, but let's hear the story. What's the sound?
With her cousin, my nigga. My fucking girlfriend cheated on me with her cousin, my nigga. Shit like this ain't even funny, cause me personally, I wouldn't even wish this on my worst enemy, my nigga. Who the fuck prayed on my downfall this much for some shit like this to happen? Now, I'm not gonna drop no names or nothing, but y'all know who the fuck I was dating. Y'all seen her on my page or whatever. Y'all know her name. Check out the full story on YouTube. I'm not gonna name drop, but bro, as of last week, bro, I broke up with her cause I caught her cheating in my house that I pay rent for. Like, a lot of y'all would have crashed out, went Chris Breezy on that motherfucker, put her 6 feet under, but the self-control that I had, bro, I'm talking about, I was like Thorfinn from Vinland Saga in that motherfucker, bro. I was like, you know what, just go. Cause it's like, bro, 2 years down the drain, bro, like, bro, oh my god. Honestly though, I think this was my canon event, bro. If you haven't had a canon event like this where your girlfriend cheated on you, she had a boy best friend, she had a fucking cousin touch her, I don't fucking know, bro, but it just know it's bound to happen. I never believed in that shit, but bro, I caught my girlfriend cheated on me with her blood cousin in my house. Everyone tried to warn me about these light skins.
See, when I heard about this story, I thought it was like, you know, our moms are best friends type cousins. But you talking about blood cousin?
But I ignored them, bro. I thought I could overcome the fucking demon that is a light skin, but no. I took on that challenge, and now look at me. I caught my fucking ex cheating on me with her cousin. Now you're probably asking, how did I catch her cheating on me with her cousin? Well, basically, in my house, it's a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom, and she was in her bathroom taking a shower with the doors locked. And honestly, I think the first red flag I noticed was that the fact the doors were locked in her restroom normally, because like there's like 2 doors, and she locked both of them. And that should have been a sign right off the bat that something suspicious was going on, but I didn't really think much about it. I stayed in that living room area because it's like my room, a living room, and then her room and her restroom or whatever. I stayed in the living room area just playing with the fucking pet cat that we have, and I was just listening, and she was talking to somebody on FaceTime until I heard the words yams and gains, as in like gym gains, like not even fucking muscles, like ass cheek gains, bro. Cause like she don't got no fucking muscles, bro. She was built like fucking SpongeBob, my nigga. So I was like, who the fuck could she be talking about her gym gains while in the shower with? And I was like, bro, I know she's always on FaceTime with her cousin, but surely it cannot be her cousin, right? So I basically, in our house, we have like a fucking expensive ass $900 little robot that has a camera, AI, and all this shit, and it was in her restroom, right? So basically, I have an app that lets me connect to that camera on the little robot. I connected to the camera. There she was in her restroom, butt ass naked, nigga, butt ass booty naked. She was plopping her phone just like this, putting it down on the mirror, doing 360s for whoever she was on FaceTime with. She was grabbing this, grabbing yams, jiggling it for whoever she was on FaceTime with. And that's when, you know, I was like, you know what, bruh? The demons are coming out. What the fuck is going on? I walked to her room, I knocked on her door, and I was like, give me your phone. And I seen on Facebook.
Wait, my bad, bro. She doing this, Will, was good. She doing this while you in the house? It ain't never nothing, never cool to cheat. But she doing this while you in the crib? That's layers of disrespect.
It said her cousin's name. I'm not gonna say it, but I went ahead and went on mute, turned off the camera, and I walked to my room. She was trying to grab her phone, 360s for whoever she was on FaceTime with. She was grabbing this, grabbing yams, jiggling it for whoever she was on FaceTime with. And that's when, you know, I was like, you know what, bruh? The demons are coming out. What the fuck is going on? I walked to her room, I knocked on her door, and I was like, give me your phone. And I seen on FaceTime, it said her cousin's name. I'm not gonna say it, but I went ahead and went on mute, turned off the camera, and I walked to my room. She was trying to grab her phone. She was like, give me my phone back. I was like, nah. I walked to my room, I locked my door, and she was outside my door just banging. Give me my phone back.
Please, open the door. Let's talk.
I was quickly going through messages. Hey, make sure you check recently deleted messages, but trust me, I went through hidden in the camera roll. I went through Snapchat. I went through notes. I seen.
Oh, that's her and the cousin?
Deleted messages, but trust me, I went through hidden in the camera roll. I went through Snapchat. I went through notes. I seen everything, nigga. Dick and balls, ass cheeks, everything, nigga. They was sending each other explicit photos back and forth. Keep in mind, this is her blood cousin. I don't have any information incorrect. I met their whole family for Thanksgiving. He was there with her uncle and her fucking cousins and shit. But yeah, I seen all of that. I seen some text of her saying shit like, I think you're boyfriend material. What if people find out? I wish you weren't my cousin. And then I was like, yo, like, who have I been dating for the past 2 years? Like, is this real? Like, am I dreaming? And at the time, bro, I remember just throwing up in my toilet, bro. I was like calling my homeboys. I was telling them what was happening. They was like, bro, are you joking? April 1st is like a couple months ago. I was like, nah, bro. My girl cheated on me with her cousin, bro. And like, I know there was like a meme or whatever, like this nigga, like, he was at his cousin's house helping her out with groceries and shit. Whole time he was clapping. Bro, I didn't know niggas really clap their cousins, bro. I didn't know that was a thing, but I guess so. I thought that was only like in Alabama, bro. I'm guessing like that's becoming more mainstream. Please don't make it more mainstream, bro. Please don't do that shit. But yeah, I ain't gonna lie, nigga. I seen everything. I took my phone, I took pictures, recorded, and then I kicked her out my house, and that's basically it. I don't know if you guys follow her or whatever. I don't know what she's been saying or whatever, but she cheated on me with her cousin, and I don't know. I guess after that, she started spiraling and crashing out. I don't know what she's doing, but honestly, I wish her the best in life. I can't, me personally, bro. If I get cheated on in general, that's like GG's. Like, I'm not gonna be one of those niggas that will let their girlfriend cheat on them and then she fucking manipulates you to stay. Hell nah. The fact that it was like, okay, she cheated on me. Yeah, okay, that's one thing. With her blood cousin, but bro, I literally met that nigga at Thanksgiving and we played basketball together, my nigga. Like, what the fuck? But hey, I ain't gonna lie, bro. This video's probably like so long, bro. Full fucking story time on my YouTube channel, bro. Go ahead, check it out. I should posted it by now by the time this video goes up. Check out the full story on YouTube. Yeah, this shit's sick. I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy, bro. Whoever prayed on my downfall, you fucking won. But hey, I ain't gonna lie. It's time for the gym arc. It's time to run up 100 bands, 200 bands, bro. Let's just grind, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I need a grind. This shit definitely set me back. I haven't posted in like weeks, but I think I'm good. You know, I think I calmed down, settled down. I think it's just time to grind now. Hey, to all my young bulls out there, bro, don't go out sad like how I did, bro.
The Freedom 532 says, was it her first cousin? That's uber disgusting. Raven says, he not lying. The ex just posted a video apologizing for doing it. Will say, what's good? Homie said that's some Appalachian mountain shit. Ms. Monet says, I have weirdo male cousins just like that. That's crazy. Now, he was going through, hold on, let me see. I think I had to pull it up somewhere. Is my internet acting up? But I did see him. I was organizing this shit to talk about this shit with y'all. But I seen that she was crying and trying to justify the situation and also telling a story about the crush she had on the cousin. Where is that shit? Is that this? No, that's some totally different shit. Where is that, bro? I hate when they do that. I refresh. I had this damn window open for some days as I was trying to get to this topic, but I didn't know. I once covered on stream, but I ain't streaming in a little minute. Damn, did they delete the post? I think they deleted the post, but I did see her crying and explaining away her doing this shit, cheating with the cousin. But as it was said, I do know she went on live stream, or she did put a video up apologizing about the situation. Let's just go ahead and go over to that. Let me see. But she talked about what I did see was her talking about having a crush on a cousin a long time ago when they was younger, and it was mostly from her direction. Hold on, give me a second. I know I got this thing over here. Where's that at? Boom, here we go. This is something totally different. This is the full response. I ain't see none of this. This is about to be a fresh reaction. Completely. Homie says I had to get a drink after hearing that. This shit's crazy, bro. So this is the girl. This is the cousin fucker. This is the cousin fucker.
Hello everyone, I am here to say my truth and share my story on the things that have been released on the internet and the things that have happened to me. First and foremost, I want to start off by taking full accountability for what I did. I want to start off by apologizing to the person that I hurt the most in this situation, which was my ex. I want to say sorry to my supporters that I disappointed. I did a lot of things that I'm not proud of, and I have to own up to them. To my ex, I'm so sorry for hurting you, and I'm sorry that I did not take your feelings into consideration when I did what I did. But our relationship was not picture perfect as it may seem. I lost myself in our relationship, and I was in a very dark place at the time when I did what I did. I have to own—
Hold on. I know she's not about to blame this nigga for fucking the cousin. I know she not about to blame this nigga for fucking a cousin. That's not what's about to happen right now, chat. Please tell me that's not what's about to happen right now. Let's proceed.
Up to what I did, I have to take accountability for my actions. And in doing that, I've come to realize that I need help for myself and for all my loved ones around me. I know I've done wrong, I fucked up, and I'm taking time away to seek professional help in order to correct my mistakes, reflect on what I've done, and become a better person. But I would still like to come on here to share my story because regardless, I've done wrong and I did not have to go down that route and I deeply regret it. But there's more to my story and there's a lot of lies and misinformation being spread about me in order to farm more hate and negativity towards my name. And I would like to clear up a lot of things. First, I want to address the note that was released online. I did not have any involvement in creating it or writing it in any way. It was only shared to me. And I also want to make this very clear. I did not have any sexual intercourse with anybody outside of my relationship. There was a rumor going around that I was cheating my entire relationship and I've been doing this for months, which is completely false because this is only a recent incident that had occurred. I'm not trying to make anything I've done sound any better, but...
So she's saying she did not have sex with a cousin, basically.
I think it's important that I share my truth because of the insane amount of lies that are being spread about me on the internet. Firstly, I want to clear up that I wasn't disowned by anybody, and I still have a great relationship with my mother. This was a fallacious rumor that was started by someone that I thought was a friend and is completely untrue. My family does not agree with the choices that I made, but they're standing beside me as I continue to get help and work to better myself. I also want to talk about a stream that my ex was on where he alleged that I did not want to publicly claim him and I wanted to hide our relationship from the internet. But in reality, in the first year of us being together, we actually had a popular couple page. And the real reason on why I wanted to go private was because at the time, I had a lot of people actively telling me to leave him because it was toxic. I also want to make it clear that any cousin or stepbrother or any content like that we made together was his idea and he convinced me to do it.
Oh yeah. on his TikTok, they got videos where he calls himself her cousin, the ex-boyfriend or whatever. So people were saying like, oh, she's just into this weird ass incestual shit.
Next thing I want to address is a very serious topic. It is my belief that suicide in any form should be taken serious and never lightly. While I understand the streaming business and the need to say crazy things in order to get clips and impressions, the thought that somebody's personal struggle with suicide can be used by anybody for jokes and views is disgusting and cruel. While I've been off the net, it was brought to my attention that the streamer Snowcone made up a false rumor that I admitted myself into a suicide facility in order to get attention from my ex. I was involuntarily admitted into a suicide facility because I was considered a threat to myself. It was a terrible experience and one I would never wish on myself or anybody else. I want to say to Snowcone that while I understand I'm not perfect and I've done wrong, regardless of the mistakes that a person makes, that doesn't give you or anybody else the right to belittle, lie, and create false allegations about somebody's mental health. Throughout all of this, you've lied and made up rumors about me in order to hate farm me and get attention. Even though you don't care, I want to let you know that the rumors you created have garnered me more death threats and have made my mental battle that much harder. And that hurts from someone I considered a close friend. Me and my ex were involved in a toxic and abusive relationship. When I was in love with him, I was blind to the harmful behavior and abuse that was going on. Our relationship was built on unhealthy emotional attachment, and I stayed because it was all that I knew. He was my first boyfriend, he was my first everything, and I met him when I was 18, just graduated high school, and he was 21. There's two sides to every story, and our relationship was unhealthy on both ends. And since he's decided to bring my wrongdoings onto the internet, I believe it is only fair that I bring attention to the things that he has done to me because my ex was never a saint like he paints himself out to be. We had a lot of arguments throughout our relationship, which was normal, but what wasn't normal was the verbal, mental, and physical abuse that he subjected me to. He put me through a lot in the past 2.5 years of us being together. He even forced himself on me at one point. My ex dealt with a lot of anger issues, and he would often use me as an outlet. For example, he would punch things, he would rip wires in the heat of conflicts. He would yell at me when I cried, and he would gaslit me until I believed I was the problem. There were 2 or 3 times where my ex would approach me unprovoked and put me in a chokehold against the wall, and I would tell him to stop because I was scared, and he wouldn't. The next thing I'm about to say are serious allegations that I know men often get falsely accused of, but at the end of the day, all I can do is come on here, tell my truth, tell my story, whether you want to believe it or not. There was a time where me and my ex were drinking, and he forced himself onto me. And it hurt, and I cried, and I begged him to stop, but he never did. At the time of my essay, he was very rough on me, which resulted in me getting a cut on my insides. Luckily, I was able to take video footage of the blood on the scene and a graphic photo of the damage that resulted.
You ain't gonna get me suspended again. Fuck that.
Which made it hard for me to leave and left me in a cycle of half-hearted apologies that I continue to accept. This was a memory of mine that was heavily repressed because I didn't know how to process it at the time, and I was very oblivious to what a healthy relationship was supposed to look like. After 1 year of mental torment and trying to get my ex to change to no avail, I left. Here's proof of my ex admitting to his anger issues and admitting to the abuse that led to the fallout of our relationship. I still have the letters that he wrote for me where he confessed to his abuse and confessed to the wrongdoings that he put me through in our relationship. I also have a screenshot of a 20-minute confession where he confessed to his wrongdoings, and he made it for me in order to convince me to continue being in a relationship with him. I tried to re-access the link in order to showcase the video for you guys today, but it was sent by him and it was privated by him, so I no longer have access to it. My ex often tried to use money as a way to avoid responsibility for his shortcomings. I'm very grateful for everything my ex bought for me. However, I don't appreciate insisting that I was freeloading off of him when everything he ever did was his choice. And I don't believe a relationship should just be reduced to a list of expenses either. Monetary value does not disregard toxic behaviors. After all of these gestures, I took my ex back in February of 2025. And in March of that year, after leaving him from the airport, I was set into a spiral of losing myself and wanting to seek therapy. Here's the video I recorded after leaving my ex.
Like, I just don't know what I'm doing anymore, but like, I feel like I'm losing my mind, though. Like, I just need to listen and get help from other people in my life, or maybe therapy.
I mean, yeah, you need therapy for sure, for sure. All these allegations that they're making, I don't know. But all we can say in these situations is you got to go to the police. You got to go to the police. Because what could we do? I know right now she's in a mudslinging contest because he done out of her for having sex with a cousin or cheating with the cousin. She's saying she didn't have sex with him. That's what she's saying. But here we go. Just because you got exposed to that situation, you trying to slang mud back at him. Maybe it's true, maybe it's not true, but that's not an excuse for doing what you need to do. We're doing what you did do. And I hope you do get some mental health help. But that's crazy. This give me them Tyler Lil vibes. That's what it seemed like, but you know.
At the end of the day, I chose to stay in this relationship and I made my mistakes. I regret everything I did and I wish I could take it all back. I never wanted to hurt anybody and I understand how badly I messed up. The only thing I can do from now is take the time to better myself and to heal. The next and final thing I would like to discuss is my mental health. Throughout everything that has happened, I have come to terms with the fact that I suffer with depression. It's a battle that I've been unknowingly fighting for the past 2 years. I was in denial and blamed it on a lot of other things in my life without fully understanding myself. Mental health is so stigmatized to where a lot of people, including me, do not get the help that they need when they need it, and it can often lead to self-destruction. Throughout the past few weeks, I've attempted to take my life multiple times, and the only reason I'm here right now is because I failed. During this fight, I stopped eating, I stopped sleeping, and I struggled to take care of my well-being. I felt helpless, and every day I would struggle with finding a reason to continue to live. I often felt like the world would be a better place without me. The suicide facility that I was admitted to was an abrasive environment that only made me regress more. In my time there, I met a lot of people that were in worse positions than me, and I learned a lot about the unfair and inhumane treatment that these people receive. And from my experience there and my own personal journey, I've been very motivated to advocate for better resources and more attention given to these people to assist them in getting the proper help that they need. I understand that my actions have consequences, and I also understand how the internet works. So I knew the hate was inevitable, and I have no problem with facing that. However, I do want to remind you guys that I am still a human being, and I don't think anyone deserves the immense cyberbullying and the non-stop death threats that I've received in the past few days. I do believe that bringing all of this to the internet in the way my ex did was completely wrong and invasive. It felt like a breach in our privacy. I know a lot of people don't believe I deserve the platform that I have and don't think I should come back to the internet at all. I understand. What I did is undoable, it's terrible, and I can't tell you enough how much I regret it. However, I do want to come back. I do want to be able to use my platform to raise awareness for mental health, because I know there's a lot of people out there who are just like me, who are struggling and they don't even know it. I will be back to streaming, and I will be back to doing what I love, because at the end of the day, I want to use my platform to help people. And I do believe after I get stronger and I get help, I can do that. To my community and to all...
Alright, man. Listen. I'm saying that you do some fucked up crazy shit, just blame it on mental health. Although the reason you probably did do some fucked up crazy shit is because your mental health is out of whack. But it's like you suffer no consequences. In this situation right here, I guess the consequences is that she lost her relationship. Like, we can't go to jail for that, I guess. Well, I don't think so. Probably in some places. But yeah. Right here is when she talks about the relationship she had with a cousin in the past.
But back when I was like, I don't even know the age, to be honest. I was young. I was just hitting puberty. Me and my cousin,
L story, yep, get
we
to the
kind of had a
point.
thing. We kind of had a thing going. But like, it was kind of one-sided though. It was more so me. But like, I remember like, I had a big crush on this nigga because we were best friends. And at the time, being best friends with a guy when I'm just hitting puberty and like my hormones are a little bit like peaking, you know what I'm saying? I kind of associated him with that.
Crazy shit, man. Crazy ass shit. Alright, now let's go ahead and move on, man. Since we talk about streamers, let's go ahead and tap in with Kai Cenat. So Kai Cenat is bringing back Streaming University. Well, Maze back in the Madden world. Got to tap in with Maze. I'll be checking in the Madden community. But yeah. So Kai Cenat bringing back Streaming University. And he just put out this promo trailer for people that's going to be applying. And we'll talk about some of the people that's applying. It's a crazy ass group of people, man. Motherfuckers you would never expect.
Streaming University. It's good to be back. Hello? Where's everybody at? It's application day. Hold on. What the hell? Hello? What's going on?
Anybody home? It's application day. What we doing?
Oh my gosh. What happened to must be the new uniforms. Damn. God. Who's there? Is that you, Kai? Shh. Chris, what are you doing on there? They're everywhere. Huh? They're everywhere. Who? Why is nobody here? They taking over. Who? Don't say that. Stop saying that. You're gonna upset them. Who? No. Chris, are the delivery hours here? I have a solution. What is it? I've been working on this paper puzzle. Where is it? Here. Yes. I don't know if it's gonna work. What the fuck is that? Christ! I'm ready to. Are you serious? I don't want my army. I can do it myself. I told you I'm not finished. I'm not finished. Guys, be careful. Don't worry. I got it. It's dangerous. Don't worry. Guys, come on. Oh my gosh! I can't believe it! It worked! We did it! Yeah. Bring it in! This is your last semester.
Alright, so since then, social media been going crazy in reaction to the news that Kai's back, Streaming University's back. Man, I ain't gonna lie. Last year, Streaming University, I was tuned in. That shit was entertaining. That shit was entertaining. And then you gotta see why certain people have audiences like DDG, even though I'm not a fan of watching his content for myself. The way he pieces storylines and narratives together, I gotta understand why his blogs became so successful. It's because he can string along storylines out of nothing like a fucking soap opera. So Streaming University was entertaining last year. You got to see a lot of different people. Now I know Meezy did put out a video talking about why Streaming University didn't help some people. I be checking out Meezy. He a young nigga that I like checking out his content. I don't even know how much younger he is than me. Probably ain't even that much younger than me. But he put out a video saying why Streaming University was not what people thought it was, but it has helped some people. A lot of damn people. So we gonna tap into this. I'm gonna react to this, but first, y'all gotta see the motherfuckers that's playing. I don't know if these motherfuckers gonna get in because I don't think this crowd is the crowd that's gonna match Streaming University shit. Cause it's a bunch of hood niggas and shit. And I fuck with hood niggas. For sure. I'm just like, I don't know how they're gonna mix with the gamer crowd and shit, how that shit gonna work out. Especially motherfuckers like AP. So Adrian Broner, it did. Y'all know Adrian Broner is new to the streaming world. He's been doing crazy numbers, having a comeback, if you would say, getting money again. And he wants to get into Streaming University. Him and Dean. And they call themselves the Crash Shop Boys.
we going to the Streaming University. Yes, we is. We're gonna take over that shit too. Yeah, okay.
Alright. Now, this right here caption says Adrian Broner basically got pissed off when he found out he can't bring we can't drink liquor in Streaming University. I haven't seen this clip, by the way, but I watch it first time with y'all.
Oh wait, they got these two options.
Hayden Ross just tipped $5. D-Shay punked you, Adrian. He slapped you like a hoe.
Hey, I'm gonna have my manager do this. I ain't putting all my information on here on the stream. But should we just apply right now? Fuck it. Fuck it. Hey, what the fuck is a club director?
They got me.
Oh, there's a definition right here.
The motherfuckers got me. Them motherfuckers got me, dog. I hate these bitches. These motherfuckers, these Twitter motherfuckers, they be getting me, bro. Fuck you, nigga. They be putting these captions that have nothing to do with the damn video, bro. Nothing to do with that shit. But yeah, Adrian Broner want to go through that shit. And we also got Finesse 2 times. Finesse 2 times to put in the application. Would I ever do something like Stream University? Probably. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I want to do much more lighthearted content and, like, you know, much more personality driven content, because sometimes I get bored with just covering just news or updates on things. I want to talk shit, you know, do reactions, you know, get more chill, laid back shit. So, and I wanted to do more IRL stuff in the future. So I would love to do something like that.
For a lot of people
at some point in time, but here go Finesse 2 times speaking.
Man, I say Kai Cenat. Kai Cenat. Man, I ain't got too much to say, man. I'm at the airport and shit, my guy. Hey, look, buddy. Man, let me in that motherfucking Screaming University, buddy. Yeah, man, I'm trying to turn up for the summer. Let me in the motherfucking me screaming, huh? Yeah, let me in the Screaming University, Kai Cenat.
Nigga, correcting that boy. But yeah, man, it's been a lot of fuss posts going on. He made everybody making these fucking stupid ass flyers and shit using AI. It said, please tag Kai Cenat for me. It got to the point that Kai had to come out and make a statement saying, please don't use AI. Take y'all time with the applications and be creative. Now, since y'all know how the algorithms work on social media now. You click one thing, you click one thing, then they start feeding you a bunch of shit that relates to the algorithm. So I've been seeing people put in their applications. I've been seeing some decent ones, but y'all know how people was feeling about Kai Cenat before this shit. And I think this couple right here has a great breakdown of how the reaction to the Stream University news came out in comparison to how people was talking about Kai before this, when people thought he was going crazy after the breakup with Gigi.
Why you asking me like I be watching him? No, I don't think he is, because he ain't been the same since he cut his dreads off. So.
Oh, he did cut his dreads off. He is bald head now with the mullet. Yeah.
He not the same no more.
No.
And then they said Stream University supposed to be starting back up. You was laughing?
What I apply? I didn't even go to regular college. Why would I go to Stream University? They don't even teach you nothing.
They don't teach you nothing at all. That's why I don't understand the hype about it.
It's garbage. You don't get no views, followers. That's for all the big creators. Ain't nobody doing that.
Yeah. And they would submit a video trying to get into Streamer University.
And I'm not submitting no video to no clone. You know they talking about me a clone. That ain't him.
Yeah, I wouldn't
He a clone.
I wouldn't be around.
Yeah, I'm telling you, drawing in that little notebook. He ain't got nothing to know.
Doodles and sketches.
That's it.
Wouldn't do it. That's a Stream University 2026. Click that real quick.
Stream University. It's good to be back.
We gotta apply.
That's our opportunity. Come on, hurry up. You're gonna need so many submissions.
That's just how shit be, bro.
I need you to make me a red and yellow flyer that says "Let me into Streaming University." And this picture I'm submitting right now, put me in a dainty little cheerleading outfit outside of Hogwarts or whatever the school Harry Potter went to was called.
For my submission video, I'm about to do 1,000 push-ups while I tell you why I deserve to be at Stream University. That's you. Number one, I named my dog Lil Cenat after the late great Lil Cenat. Rolling Lil Cenat. Come here, Lil Cenat.
And Kai, I've been doing this content stuff for a long time too. So I know what it's like to go through things and want to take a break here and there.
If you live in this Stream University, I'm gonna cut my dreads just like you did.
And me too.
That's how shit is, bro. People talking shit about bro, but now they want to get on now. I ain't gonna lie. If anybody that I think needs to be on this shit, it's for sure this dude, Suburb Baby, bro. This nigga right here, I think he needs to be on this shit. Let me see, which one of these videos?
Man, how the fuck we about to get a Stream University?
I mean, we could just DM Kai.
Oh, damn a nigga with over 16 million followers. Shut your bitch ass up, nigga. You got anything? Why don't we just join his Twitch chat and ask? Ooh, I got an idea. Instead of us joining his Twitch chat, how about common sense joins your brain? He hasn't streamed in 9 months, you fucking idiot! How are we gonna join his Twitch chat? And here I thought this nigga was dumb. Turns out, you're dumb as fuck! Can we make some sense when we talking? Please, make some fucking sense! Oh, I forgot. My aunt's, nephews, ex-boyfriends, ex-co-worker, ex-college teacher, daughter nephew is best friends with Kai's cameraman's ex-college teacher granddaughter. She might be able to get us in. You know, I promise your mama I'd watch out for you. So I ain't gonna put my hands on you. But I promise to God, you ever say some dumb shit like that ever again, I'ma fuck you all the way up. You understand me? What you got? And if you find a way to say some dumb shit that's dumber than the dumb shit he just said, that's gonna be the last piece of dumb shit you ever say. Talk, nigga, but be careful when you talk, cause I'll fuck you up. Talk, nigga. Ooh, my nigga, I got it. What I wanna do one of them AI flyers like the Harry Potter with the Hogwarts in the background, nigga. Come on, everybody else doing it. Shit, follow the trend to that motherfucker in, nigga. Okay, so basically, do what everybody else doing, but expect to stand out. Like, expect to look different and get chosen, basically, right? I mean, yeah, have AI tweak your shit a little bit. Make your shit better than everybody else's. Shit, AI really do it all. Shit, if you do that, fuck being students at that bitch. We gonna be professors in that motherfucker, I ain't gonna lie. Nah, put that on my dad's title, nigga. Trust me, nigga, trust me. You know what I'm talking about, nigga? But we might get invited to prison. Cause that bullshit he just put on his dead turtle, I'm finna go make him say it to his dead turtle. Nigga, come here. Chill. Stop that turtle. I'ma chill. Fuck off me, nigga. Fuck that turtle. Say what's up to the turtle. Say what's up to the turtle.
He's not stupid.
Fuck you, nigga. I hate you. Man, how the fuck you about to get...
Alright, now let me see somebody else's application. I seen this dude right here. This Red's too funny.
And this is why you need to
I think he cool with funny Mike and shit.
Prove me for Streamer University. I don't even go here. This not even my school. Clearly snuck in here just to make a good example of why I need to be in Streamer University from an amazing streamer who helped other content creators eat last year, providing an amazing ass event. How you doing, sir? Good, how you doing? I clearly don't go here. I already know I had to make this application for Streamer University. I'm sorry to interrupt. I'm not trying to cause any trouble. I have exemplary vocabulary and I don't speak vulgar. This is why I should be accepted, Kai. Come on now, Kai. Then you know I've been doing this funny shit. I've been doing this spontaneous, outrageous shit. And I've been streaming. Got 100K on Twitch. Just started. Yes, ma'am, I know. I don't got a school ID. I'm about to leave.
Alright, so I want to check out Omeezy video. Now, he gonna talk about saying the title is Streamer University was not what people thought it was. I don't know. I'm assuming that he's gonna say it didn't help some people or hurt some people. But I know, like, this girl right here, she did grow like a motherfucker. I'm not gonna watch this whole video. Her name is Kia, but she grew like crazy.
We got some tips of how to get into Streamer University 2026. My name is Kia, the creator, and I was one of the streamers who made the Streamer University anthem. S-U. Since I've been to Streamer University 2025, I now have 1.2 million followers. So since Streamer University, I've gained 600,000 more followers.
So I'll stop right there. But she's grown like crazy. So some people have grown if you're wondering how it's helped some motherfuckers. That's crazy growth. But let's tap in and see this video from Omeezy.
About a year ago, Kai Cenat had arguably the biggest streamer event that we've seen in modern times. He invited a bunch of random content creators and some of his friends to a college campus in order to launch what was known as Streamer University. And although there was a ton of chaos that happened, for the most part, it was arguably one of the best things that happened for a lot of content creators. Now, doing something unprecedented like this would cause for unprecedented criticism, but I don't think that people really realized how much that Streamer University will go on to do so much good for the streaming world, and it will ultimately go on to change some of the streamers that were in its lives.
If you try to recreate someone's whole flow, like let's say you try to do the DDG, it's not gonna work this time. If something pops one time, that method instantly gets patched.
Why do you think that Streamer U gets such a bad rep?
Because y'all didn't get in.
Here we go. If you're new to this and you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. It's gonna go a long, long way for the channel. Come tag along for Omeezy University, right? And we could build a bigger and greater community along the way. Now, back into the video. When Kai Cenat announced his Streamer University, a lot of people thought it was the end-all, be-all.
Hold on, before I keep going. Twitch, not Twitch, but Twitch hasn't made me a partner. But Kit came out of nowhere and made me a partner. They hit me up in my email like last week or some shit. It made me a partner. So I said, fuck it. I can make money from streaming. Twitch ain't paying me. Let me go ahead and go to the dark side. But still be not dark, you know. on that side. But I'm a partner on Kick now, and I don't know when I'm gonna start streaming on there. But at some point I'm gonna have to. They emailed me yesterday like, "Yo, we see you didn't start streaming yet. So whenever you want to, just fire on up." So at some point we're gonna be doing Kick streams, and they'll be much more loose and lit. Not even on no crazy exclusive. I mean, not no crazy X-rated shit, but just more probably listen to music, chilling, reacting, non-PC shit that won't get me fucking in trouble on YouTube. Stuff like that we're gonna be doing it on Kick. Nothing too crazy though.
For streamers new coming into the space. They thought if they were to get on in this sort of event, they would have the finish line as opposed to a good starting point. And thus started the disingenuous grading scale of what Kai Cenat could do for people in the streaming space. And a year later, people are looking back at Streamer University and calling it nothing but a success. And I honestly don't think it's fair. One tweet that I saw asked if there was any notable creator that had come from this event. And truly and honestly, maybe they don't know, but there have been a lot of resounding successes from Streamer University. First and foremost, Yana was technically on Drake's album. I don't know how that can't be viewed as some sort of success. I would say somebody like Extra Emily benefited directly from Streamer University, having people notice her, i.e. The Weeknd's producer, notice her directly from Streamer University.
And The Weeknd knows who you are. I promise on my life, he knows who you are.
He does?
Damn. Why I know? Because he was at my studio last year. He was recording something, and he was watching SU, and he was like,
The Weeknd watching Streamer University. I'm trying to tell you, that shit was entertaining, bro. That shit was entertaining. That shit made me get the Twitch subscription. It made me get the Twitch subscription. I didn't even know you can get that shit. But if you get a Twitch subscription, you can watch all them niggas ad free. That shit was entertaining. I ain't gonna lie.
oh, I like her perspective of SU and how she was walking around with the selfie stick all alone by herself.
And somebody like Tota arguably is the biggest streamer to come out of Streamer University, not just landing him thousands upon thousands of viewers from being somebody who had a low viewer count, but also having the opportunity to join streamer group The Clover Boys. DDG went from niche internet fame to fully mainstream. Blasian Baby Lola pivoted into a more corporate setting. Lala Baptiste, Jay Cinco, Arky, they all built real audiences from Streamer University. People benefited tremendously from the opportunity to come together, create content with one another, collaborate with like-minded individuals, and ultimately be broadcasted to a new, wider audience. Now, I believe that those streamers mentioned definitely did Streamer University right, and they took advantage of what was to come afterwards. But there were some what people would perceive as a downsides of Streamer University, and the aftermath of it changed the streaming industry completely.
Streamers. I wonder, like, who? I mean, I remember this case right here. But I know the Cooking with Kaya situation was crazy. Y'all remember that? Cooking with Kaya, she was on fire. I ain't even mean to rhyme right there. But she twerked. I ain't gonna lie, bro. And this ain't on no simp shit. But I ain't gonna lie, bro. If she twerking and another nigga come and grab her, slap her ass while she twerking. Girl was dancing in the club. She was dancing with other girls and another nigga came randomly slap her ass. How she get in trouble for that shit? You supposed to want to beat the nigga ass for violating your girl, in my opinion. I never understood that. I never was on the side of that shit. But everything that happened past that point was how she basically shitted on the nigga saying he don't make enough money or he ain't got no grind. Like, the thing she said past that point made me side-eye her. But that situation where she was just dancing with her friends or dancing with the girls at the club, then a random nigga slap her booty, that threw me off. That threw me off. I mean, I'm like, damn, I don't know. What y'all think about that?
It's dying out, you know what I'm saying?
And the aftermath of it changed the streaming industry completely.
Streaming is dying out.
Cooking Kyle's never the same.
Streaming. Hell yeah.
You think streaming is dying out?
Hell yeah. Streaming is like, it just became so oversaturated, you know? So I feel like, me personally, from a creator standpoint, I feel like once Streaming University came, it fucked everything up. It made the numbers feel unreal. Like back then, niggas having 7,000, bro. When you had 7,000 like a year ago, bro, that's like equivalent to a nigga having 60,000 right now.
Now, I think a little bit of context needs to be added. First,
I don't agree with that statement at all. I feel like a lot of people was able to get careers, and I think things stretched. The viewership stretched to many different creators rather than everybody going to one creator. So I don't think it died out or anything. I think if you were able to retain your audience, you cooking, you doing your thing. I just think it's more people on the platform alone that brings more money that's floating around in the streaming economy. So that alone helps. I don't think it died out at all. There's so many more people doing streams and are making some money while doing streams. So I don't agree with that shit at all. Like, you just seen Adrian Broner become a fucking streamer and he's not broke anymore. The nigga's delivered. I'm not broke no more.
First and foremost, during Stream University, somebody like a DDG hit 200,000 live viewers. And everyone was about at 15K to 30K. So 500 to 1,000 viewers, it almost seemed like it wasn't impressive anymore. I do think that the goalposts moved. But most importantly, out of a Streamer University, I saw so many people want to hop into streaming. Now, I think it's worth noting, Jay Cinco was at Streamer University and definitely monetized off of it. He's just pointing out the fact that people showed up to the gold rush that he got in early on. But that's basically how every single gold rush works. People see this thing blow up in the space and then everyone rushes to do it. Most of them doing it with half-assed attempts, to be quite honest with you. If you go back and look at all those people who bought phones after Streaming University, some of your favorite content creators who stepped into streaming, and just some people who tweeted, I wanted to get into streaming right after Streaming University, a lot of them aren't doing it now. A lot of them have totally stopped. A lot of them have fallen off wholeheartedly. Now, most of these people are probably looking for an opportunity to uplift themselves from whatever financial burdens that they had, not understanding how real of a task and job streaming actually is. They thought it was something that could be fun, monetizable, and taken lightly, but it's actual serious hard work. One where you
gotta learn how to talk to yourself for hours. But when you stream, you gotta learn how to talk to yourself, man. That shit can be hard, man. Maintaining energy throughout the entire stream. That shit's hard. That's why I don't stream all the fucking time, bro. That shit, and it's tiring. And imagine, to really be a streamer, you gotta do that shit every day. For hours. For hours, bro. That shit's hard. And imagine if you not doing something like gaming. You really gotta talk. You a just chatting type of streamer. Boy, good luck.
Have to devise a plan and a strategy that leads to a long and fruitful career. Or you could attempt to take the shortcut like some of these content creators did and go the whole insane attention farming type situation.
Y'all closed? I got some money for you.
We are closed.
I'm famous. You can't do me like that. Can't make me a taco? Damn, nigga. I can't get a chicken taco?
I'm so sorry.
Just make me a taco.
Sit down.
I give you $100. You don't want $100? Wow, that's crazy. That's fucked up, man. You gonna do that in front of 20,000 people? Hey, La Berea, fuck you.
I'm not gonna lie.
I hate people that's not funny. So they try to get laughs off of being disrespectful. I hate that. I hate that. I hate that. Like, the person who I think did the best public pranks, it was two people. Back in the day, Stephen Joe, he's still doing his thing on Instagram and TikTok. He did the best public pranks because I think they were funny. They was annoying like a motherfucker, but it was funny. And Gideon was never super disrespectful. He was annoying as hell, but I think he was actually funny when he did like public awkward moments in the sense of that. Like that. But people that just want to be disrespectful to clip farm, that shit's so stupid. It's no hook. Give me a joke.
Chicken taco does sound kind of good right now. I ain't gonna hold you. Now, on surface, this clip is kind of funny, but the problem is that she said, I'm famous. Therefore, you should stay open for me. Therefore, you should make me some sort of chicken taco. And the bigger problem is that this type of personality trait or type of content that you're going for supersedes any type of content that you're, supposed to be getting known for. They're gonna remember the arrogance. They're gonna remember the entitlement over anything. A platform like StreamerU gave Samaya the recognition, but recognition only matters if you can convert it into a real audience. This is why people connected this specific moment of Samaya to the academics criticism from a minute ago.
We know you for literally fucking a rapper. That's why we know you.
Don't ever try to do that, bitch. I want to stream you and all that. Don't give a fuck. Don't downplay shit I got going on.
The criticism wasn't not just that these people aren't famous. The criticism was that these people were acting like the platform had already made them stars before they actually built anything. Arguably, the worst part about Streaming University is that it gave some streamers and content creators the thought process in their mind that they were just famous enough that they didn't have to actually go out there and build an audience. And when attention doesn't turn into a real audience, some creators don't respond by actually building and growing a real audience, getting down dirty and building up a community. opportunity? No. They respond by chasing these moments, these viral moments, these things that get them clipped. And this is where you introduce a Nina Lynn situation into the mix.
And the language that you're using in front of a 13-year-old, I don't appreciate either.
I hate Nina Lynn. Oh my gosh. I hate Nina Lynn. She's another one of the people, man. They think just being obnoxious is funny. If you're gonna be obnoxious, like make the character, like give it some hooks, give it some wise cracks. You know, just like don't just be abrasive. I hate that. I just don't like these type of characters.
Public space. I'm gonna let you know that.
Like, okay, Adrian Broner. One thing about Adrian Broner's always been funny. That's why he works well with streaming. He's always been funny. So although he's being extra because he knows he's trying to like clip farm and shit, he still understands. He still has a comedic timing to himself and a silliness to him that's, you know, it works well, goes over well. And one thing I learned, what I've seen through Agent Broner, although sometimes he be crashing out, is mostly, you know, he's playing around. But some folks, they don't.
Right now, this is like the most fair argument. I cannot. Well, 1, 2. Sir, do not be recording.
I'm just
It's just me. Listen, we got no one else in there. 1, 2. Fuck. Bitch. Shit.
Now follow me. For what it's worth, Nina Lynn and Samaya are not the same example at all. Samaya is somebody who represents entitlement after the attention. Nina Lynn, on the other hand, represents chasing attention after the spotlight starts fading. When you go to an event like a Streamer University and you're surrounded by all these other streamers, your numbers look more huge than what they actually are. They look inflated. And so coming back from a Streamer University back to your hometown, people were chasing that high again. People were chasing that feeling as the numbers dwindled down. But instead of, I don't know, planning out different collaborations with content creators, they sought the fast track. They did whatever they needed to do to get people looking again. But the problem is that people looking again doesn't mean that people actually care. Drama can create a viral moment for what it's worth, but it doesn't mean that you have some sort of loyal audience. In fact, it probably will create the opposite effect. It'll create a loyal audience of people trying to see you fail. And then after that, the controversy becomes the brand. That right there is the trap. Streamer U gave Nina Lynn a chance to create a lane, but the lane that she decided is something that people will mostly remember her for being controversial in. But not every failure looks loud and messy. Some people didn't crash the moment. They just let the moment pass them by. India Love presents a different type of missed opportunity. She already had the name recognition going into the event, so her issues weren't exposure. I've known India Love since about 2014 back in the Tumblr days. Her issue was more so about conversion. If you take a look at this screenshot, India Love had great viewership coming from Streamer University, but it dwindled, and it dwindled fast. One of the reasons why is because she most likely did not have any sort of identity or characteristic that would have people coming back to her streams and her content. Most of the time, she just decided to tether herself to a male streamer in the space, most notably DDG. And we all know how that ended up in her most notable moment post Streamer University.
Breakout Streamer of the Year went to Adapt, and congratulations, and we respect you for what you did. But Rakai should have won Breakout Streamer of the Year and DDG. I don't care what y'all say. Shout out Rakai, shout out. Blah, 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 blah.
Damn, a lot did happen last year. A lot did happen. But man, I never understood the longevity that could have come from India Love, other than, you know, just trying to get the Gooners to watch. You know?
This was an opportunity for her to reposition herself. I can remember before Streamer University, Zoe Spencer came to the internet talking about how there weren't a lot of spaces for women to succeed without them being tethered to the guys. And I've talked about that multiple times on this channel before. And India Love was put in a unique opportunity. She was positioned to separate herself from the pack and then ultimately embrace a whole different lane that streaming hadn't really tapped into. But she didn't really do that. She never separated herself. She never made a lane for herself. She never really took took the opportunity to stand out and maybe even galvanize some of the young women in the streamer space. I would say that people left her streams not knowing what to expect, and that's probably true for the individual streams, but for the streams where she did exactly what she did, they put her in the box of a pick-me, which, hey, rightfully so. But at the end of the day, it was a missed opportunity because she didn't sever that tie to the existing fan base that was already there, that wasn't really there for her. So then anytime she had a moment, people would react, people would make their think pieces, but ultimately people would move on. And I could go on and on.
I get what he's saying. I get what he's saying is she has to build her own audience at some point in time. So if you fall out with DDG, when people are coming to your stream, possibly to see the collaboration with DDG, but y'all ain't doing those collabs anymore and you haven't established your own identity, then why should people continue to come to your streams? Makes a lot of sense. And if you are a pick-me, meaning really up to the women, you may not maintain a strong female audience, or you never try to build that strong female audience, as opposed to someone like Zoe Spencer. Zoe does her thing as far as her numbers, and she has a strong female audience, so it's not tethered to a man. And those collaborations can only just help bring in more viewers, but she always gonna have a core. So I get what he's saying in that sense.
About different examples from Streamer University, but once you look at all of them, Ray's point becomes the part that explains the entire thing.
Yeah, if you got part two, how do I tell you? We not getting in, bro. If there's streaming you part two, I'm telling you, bro. Whoever go back the first time, you're not going back this time, bro. How do I tell you, bro?
Damn.
It's over, bro. There's no way letting people from streaming you first go to the second. Like, there's no point.
Ray is stating here that Kai Cenat is not inviting the past streamers from streaming universities, the alumni, back into the program, because it's not some sort of crutch. It's not some sort of permanent support system. It was a launch pad. That means that the event in and of itself was temporary at best. You're not going to be that.
Well, he did say selected alumni will return. He did say that in the trailer.
That one alumni that's all in and of itself was temporary at best. You're not gonna be that one alumni that's always hanging around the college campus, whether it's during homecoming or even past homecoming, trying to relive the glory days with your varsity jacket that you've clearly outgrown, still hitting on the girls at the local college bar. That's weird. That's disgusting, gang. What you were supposed to do post Streamer University is take the clips, take the moments, take the attention, take all that opportunity and start building something when you were on your own. Because if your career only works when there's a Kai Cenat backed event, then ultimately you didn't build a career. You just built dependency. You built another place and space for Kai Cenat to succeed, but not one in which you can thrive on your own or with collaborating with some of your peers that are also alumni.
I still think what he did last year holds weight today. Really? Yeah, Streamer University created how many, you know how much like further that pushed streaming University and how many like careers spawned off of that? Like, yeah, he could probably chill there for a minute.
Anyone making any sorts of criticisms about what happened to any of the streamers from Streamer University, are there any successful ones, is being totally 100% disingenuous. And I think it's two reasons why they do this. One, I think it is a part to shade Kai Cenat because the internet's gonna take an opportunity to shade him regardless. But two, and I think
makes me think about, I was listening to Ron Teller, the dude that won Funny AF. That's Kevin Hart's show that was on Netflix. And he said Kevin Hart told him, I need you guys to succeed because you succeeding looks good for me. So I'm gonna do whatever I can to make you guys succeed. I have a vested interest in that shit. I need you guys to win. So I'm gonna help you. So I know Kai Cenat want people to succeed coming from Streamer University because it looks good for him. So people are going to shit on the event saying people weren't successful just because of that same reason.
More important than that, because the internet's going to take an opportunity to shade him regardless. But two, and I think more importantly, just because it doesn't exist on your timeline doesn't mean that it did not happen. So I've taken the opportunity to have conversation with a couple of alumni from Streamer University to ask about their experience during the process and after, to truly understand if they were or were not successful, or answer the age-old question, was Streamer University a waste? Marcus, how you doing today, man?
I'm doing great. How you doing, Omeezy?
Hello, I'm Kai Woos, and I am a Streamer University alumni.
So the reason why I've asked you for this today is because maybe 5 days ago, it was the year anniversary of Streamer U.
Yep.
Shout out to the Streamer U alums. Now, your walk is a little bit different because you were already in the space with the quote unquote big boys before Streamer U. But I want to know, after Streamer U, how has your life changed?
It's kind of been the same in the sense because like how you said, I was already around the people, but it's just the obvious viewership increase that I've been able to maintain. Because I still wasn't, even though I was around them, I still was a small streamer before that. So yeah, so I would say obviously the viewership increase, which comes with, you know, the financial bonus and shit like that. So I would say that because I didn't get too many clips off like some of the you know, the bigger guys. So it's not like I took off like Yana, this, that, and the third.
How have things been just in general since Streamer U?
Honestly, amazing. I feel like life has been so active. I low-key didn't even realize it's been a whole year since because I don't think I've ever been this busy in my life.
Oh, wow. Is this with just different opportunities that come with being more visible in the space now?
Yeah, I think different opportunities and also like a different drive. Like whenever you see how people move as a bigger creator behind the scenes especially, you start to realize like, oh, I'm not putting in as much work as I thought I was. It's like the planning, the execution, the editing, the meetings, the like conceptualization of ideas. Like you don't realize that all of this is happening because whenever they show up on camera, they're just there to entertain. They're not there to tell you about the logistics of being a streamer or like being a content creator in general. So like being able to see that without them trying to entertain an audience made me realize like, oh, I gotta lock in more. I gotta do more. I gotta push harder. So I've been like trying to like apply a lot of those ideas myself. And ever since then, just always editing, always recording, always doing something different.
Yeah, I totally understand. It's a grind, but I value what you're saying. When you see others are doing good things, great things, the only thing that you can do, well, you can do two things. You can elevate or you can say, well, maybe that's too much for me. I just don't need to be a part of that.
Yeah, exactly. It's like realizing that you have access to the method. It's like, okay, now do I want to be that tired? Do I want to implement that? It's been a slow implementation for me because I'm like, I don't want to burn out, but it's been very satisfying.
Now, this is some of the controversial questions that people have about Streamer U. How come we aren't seeing more people that attended Streamer U be successful?
That's not something I've thought about too much because I feel like everybody kind of, you know, it benefited a lot. There are some people that, you know, probably didn't see too much benefit after it, but a lot of it could be preparation. I think a lot of people didn't or maybe didn't know like what to do after. Like even if you do get this increase of viewership, what to do after, how to capitalize on it after. It's still it put people in the right rooms, in the right doors, and I did think it served a purpose. But if you're kind of just thrown into the lion's den without, you know, really expecting, you know, I feel like a lot of people would just kind of trying to find the most respectful way to say it. But you'll kind of fizzle out a little bit because, you know, just not being prepared. Because I mean, even me, I didn't know what to fully expect, and because I was a smaller streamer, it was rocky for me off like just starting just from the type of person I am. So yeah, I think it was a culture shock for a lot of people not really knowing what to do after it. And yeah, there was a lot of people that did know what to do and they took full advantage of it. So yeah, that's what I would say.
I was talking to another person that I interviewed and they were saying that like, you know, a lot of these people, just because you don't see them doesn't mean that they're not successful. And then also like, who defines what success is? Somebody may now be more consistent than they were. And even if it's not at the height or numbers of 500, 600, 1,000 live viewers, ultimately though, just being consistent is much better than where they were when they first started, where they were a little inconsistent. But they also might be killing like Instagram, Snapchat, all these other things like that too.
I think people forget that Twitch is one of the hardest platforms to grow, maintain, and see success in regardless. I mean, even people going from 0, even if you're at 100, 200, even if you're at 50, like all of that is a win because without getting that boost, like it really is, it's not impossible obviously, but it is very hard, especially with how many people is trying to stream now, to go from nothing to even a little bit. Like it is super hard. So even if you went to Streamer U and you came back and you average 50 viewers, you're still at a very high percentage of people on Twitch, because most people on Twitch, like majority of people on Twitch are streaming to nobody right now. Yeah, it really just depends. Most people think of success, they were expecting everyone.
Nigga, that shit's real. Like earlier today I had like 200, 300 people in the chat. It's late night streams, especially I haven't been streaming lately. I don't expect a lot of people in the chat right now. I'm just trying to like flex the muscle, get the muscle back going as far as streaming. I need to stream much more often, period. But listen, I remember streaming to 1 person, 0 people, 2 people. So I'm always appreciative of anybody hanging out in the chat or just listening. Some people fall asleep with the damn shit on.
to graduate Streamer U and average 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 plus, but that's in itself just super hard to do regardless.
How come we aren't seeing more people that attended Streamer University being successful?
I think it's because everyone's metric of success is different. Like, I know people that aren't as active on socials that are like buying properties because their money's up. It's like, because it was called Streamer University, everyone will see you on like TikTok Live or on Twitch, and they're like, why are your numbers so low? Like, what was it even all for? Meanwhile, like, you're actually getting millions of impressions on your Instagram, and you're getting millions of impressions on your TikToks, and you're getting invited to hang out with their favorite creators. So it's like, whenever you put that into perspective, it's like, just because you don't see it doesn't mean it's not happening. I always remind myself that there are people who make a living on content that I'll never know their names. I'll never know what they create. So it's like, just because we were introduced to a certain audience doesn't mean that was the audience that we necessarily belong to. Like, that wasn't our niche. I'm no Kai Cenat. Like, I'm the first person to admit that I don't have that energy, and I don't have those ideas, and my personality doesn't fit into that. Whenever I was chasing that right off of Stream University, all I did was deplete my money and burn myself out and realize, like, oh, I like IRLing, but like, I don't need to like do it at this level, or I don't need to do these ideas specifically, because that's not my audience. That's not what I'm looking for. So I think a big part of it too is just like, we're not in your algorithm because you don't like our content. And I think that's fine. Like, because we have our audiences and we have our people, and the internet is so vast. So I think a lot of people are just like really in their zones, and it's not that they're not creating, it's just that they're in a different like area of the algorithm.
I think people forget that the internet is so big. So just because you're not...
People say, yeah, man, it's late as fuck. Streaming got to be hard as fuck. Consistency is key. Yeah, and then discoverability is the second thing. Not only do you have to stream, but you also got to chop the clips up and then post them on social media, especially the viral crazy clips. Because the way you grow as a streamer is by creating FOMO. You want someone to fear missing out. So whenever you have clips that go live and go viral. People see a crazy ass moment. Some people also put the chat on the screen during a crazy ass moment. You want someone to see the chaos or see the funny moment, and then the next time you live, you want them to want to experience it live. You want them to want to click on it. Me, I haven't found the right balance as far as doing live streams and also chopping up clips for live streams, because tomorrow I'm gonna wake up, there's gonna be probably like 3-4 new topics that I need to cover and make them regular uploads. So when the hell am I going to be able to go over this 2-hour live stream and chop this shit up and find the funny clips or whatever? This is a low energy stream, so I ain't really been going hard. But in other situations, find the funny clips and post them on TikTok, Facebook, or whatever, to go ahead and try to gain more viewership for my streams. It's like, I know my money, what makes me the most money is my regular uploads. So that becomes a priority. So for me, that's my love issue when it comes to wrestling, when it comes to streaming versus regular uploads for me. I'm gonna keep it G. I prefer streaming at times because it's much more free. I could talk to the chat. I could talk to y'all in real time and really have conversations, which I'm not really talking to y'all. In the future, I'll do that through Discord and stuff. But I prefer that because it's like really my personality, and I do like when I do regular uploads or recordings, I be stumbling over my words. I'm trying to get the best delivery and shit, so it takes longer to go over topics. Whether right here, man, I just be flying through these things, especially when I'm in my vibe doing like a normal live stream, a normal flow. So it's like so many different nuances to this shit, and you really got to just perfect the system. Everything is systematic. A systematic approach is what's get you the W's.
Seeing me doesn't mean that I'm not working until one day, like, I pop back up on your algorithm, and then, you know, I've got this going on, that going on, and you're probably like, oh, wow, I haven't seen this person for years. But
yeah, exactly. And it's like those people that people expect us to be around on camera, sometimes we don't fit into their content, but like behind the scenes, like a lot of the people from SU, especially like the professors, have been so incredibly helpful with like mentoring me over the course of this year. So it's like, just because I'm not popping out on a stream doesn't mean that those people aren't still helping me elevate my content to fit what I want to do for the rest of my life, basically.
Why do you think Streamer You continues to get such a bad rep?
I mean, if I'm be honest, as glazed as it sounds, I think most of it is just because it's under Kai's name. Like, if this was another streamer's idea that doesn't get as much hate, then I don't think it would see that much. And then I think a little bit of it too is there, like, a lot of people will fuel the fire for the hate because they weren't picked. So some niggas are just like, it was some niggas that weren't even going to give it a chance, even though they were gonna watch it, but they don't even give it a chance to praise it, because if niggas had super dreams, because there's a lot of people that for some reason, and I'm seeing it now, for if he does a second one, I'm seeing niggas post now where they think this is like end all be all. Like, I'm seeing people hit me up like, damn, like they think like if I don't hit this, then, you know, like it's over with. So it's like it's people like that was like, okay, I need this so bad, I don't get it, and then okay, I'm just gonna kind of join in on the hate because who are these nobodies, and there was too many famous people and this, that, and the third. So it's like it's a culmination of a lot of it. But I think most of it is because it's under Kai's name.
And it was stupid as hell because I seen people saying like, oh, why so many people that's already on that Stream University? But you gotta have those folks there, and hopefully they collaborate, which a lot of them was doing, like Talil, collaborate with the smaller streamers because it makes them watch the smaller streamers. It makes perfect sense, and if you look at it from that position. And then you have people that are comfortable, know how to do their thing already. You try your best to make the perfect world with telling them folks, I need you here for this purpose.
And it's interesting because in my research for the video, I went back and I started looking at all the people who were like, yo, I hate Kai Cenat, I hate Streamer You, I hate the people that got selected, and they should have picked the smaller guys, and da-da-da. They did all this complaining. I went back and saw what they did from that point till today. And there's so many of them that haven't done anything, haven't touched nothing, haven't streamed consistently since. And I'm thinking to myself, did you think that this was like your super duper put on card right here? Like Streamer You was really gonna put you there?
Bro, I think you might be one of the first people that has done that too. I think a lot of people, some of those videos popped. Like, as soon as he revealed what happened, it was like a huge debate, at least on my timeline. Because I mean, some of these videos were on TikTok, at least, were fucking hitting of people just like complaining about it, and it's too many people, too many famous people, and this shit ain't gonna hit. Da 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 da. But yeah, if you went back and did that, that would be fire to look at, because I already know people didn't take this opportunity to put Bill.
I'm gonna try not to call nobody's name out when I do it, but
if they want to call people out, like whenever it was time,
that's true.
Fucking call them niggas out, because you know it's gonna be some people that might even look at other people and say, hey, you haven't streamed that much in Streamer You. Like, the other mad that they didn't get the opportunity, but them niggas might have not streamed as much as the people that they saying don't stream, you know, after the opportunity, if that makes sense.
No, I think that's fair. If I call them out, what they gonna do? Stream about me? Hell, they wasn't streaming in the first place.
TikTok saying he was right.
Hey, yeah, let's do it. Let's go bear for bear. Why do you think that Streamer You gets such a bad rep?
Because y'all didn't get in.
Here we go.
Realistically, if you look at the people who criticize us, it's the same people that are like, I would have done better. And I feel like a major reason why I got criticism was, one, it was the first time it ever happened. Two, like, that a project of that scale is crazy. Like, there's no way to control over 100 people in an environment. Plus, the location got leaked before we even started. Like, that shit was crazy. But no,
Damn, that's crazy. Jinx, you owe me a soda. But yeah, the location getting leaked was insane, dog. It was insane, but that lets you know the star power that once. AMP got some crazy star power, bruh. And I said it in the past, you guys probably new to my channel, but I'm a gamer. But I like sports games. So I got put on to AMP before they was even a thing. I remember the inception of AMP back when they were just 2K niggas. Agent, Phantom, Duke. I watch Duke Dennis the most out of all them because I relate to him the most. He was a South nigga that played 2K. So I remember them from that point. And then Chris got on because he was the editor. They put him in the videos. And then out of nowhere, Kai Cenat joined in when Phantom seen them and got him on. So seeing them rise to the fame far as the IRL content, when these niggas was just in their rooms, wherever they was. I remember when Agent was fat as hell and Duke was, skinny, low boy, always wearing waves and had the waves and the do-rags and shit. I remember way back then, you feel me? So the shit, to see where the shit has gone is crazy. It's crazy.
I feel like a lot of the criticism comes from people thinking that they
like real talk. My lady knowing who these people are, and I'm like, damn, these niggas are 2K gamers that turned into fucking household names. 2K gamers.
would have done better. And I don't know, to that, I'm always just like, just make cool content then. Because I mean, Stream University wasn't like a get rich quick kind of thing. Like, I think people also forget that virality doesn't come from one moment. Like, success doesn't come from one moment of virality. It comes from it stacking and like getting those opportunities. So I feel like, I don't know. I think a lot of people are just upset about it. I think a lot of people are bitter that there's not a part 2 announced yet. I think that's the opinion of a lot of the alums, is we're kind of like, I don't know why you're so upset about it. Cause like, if you were there, actually, a lot of people are like, people didn't get anything out of it. We got a lot out of it. I think even people who didn't have viral moments, again, like seeing how those bigger creators move was crazy. But yeah, I really don't know why it gets so much like backlash other than that.
I do think what you said is true, that people thought just off rip that they would have been able to do more with it. But I'm gonna be quite honest with you, because it's the anniversary and that's what this whole video is about. I went back and looked at a lot of streamers or content creators or whoever that made videos at the moment saying like, oh, you know, I would have did X, Y, and Z. Went back and looked at what they did in the year. Respectfully speaking, y'all wouldn't have made it. They would have been the people that...
Homie says, I remember watching Agent 00 for the 2K tutorials. He don't even post on his main channel anymore. And I'm gonna keep it real, to be 100% honest. I don't know how long you've been watching my channel, but I used to have a channel called Today on Black Twitter, or I used to do a segment. That segment derived from Agent's 2K news shit. I'm like, damn, I like this idea. I want to do my own version of that shit, but like with internet stuff, make it funny. That was low key my best segment. But the production was so much work for that shit. It was so much work. And then like I'll have like it'll take like 2 hours or 3 hours or 4 hours to do that damn video. But then I have a video that takes 15 minutes to do, or probably 30 minutes to do, and then make it hundreds of thousands of views, versus that other video that takes so much time for its production and also delivering jokes, basically like a night show host. And that shit may get 5,000 views. I'm like, what? It's just some shit will incentivize you to go in different directions when it comes to this content shit. But yeah, Agent influenced me like a motherfucker when it comes to some of the content that I did. A lot. I like Agent. He has a crazy mind. He is the brainchild, in my opinion, behind AMP and everything that's going on.
You know, took the picture with Kai, took the picture with Duke, took the picture with Agent, and then it would have just existed in that ecosystem right there, their Instagram or their Twitter, but they wouldn't have done anything else content-wise, because they didn't do anything for a year. It didn't make them hungrier. It didn't make them more motivated that they didn't get in. It kind of just said it just to say it.
I agree. And that's like, people come into my streams all the time. How do I get into SU Part 2? I'm like, well, what have you done since SU Part 1? Because that's a big thing I always say, is I'm like, don't let someone else determine when you blow up. Just grind. Who knows if you're going to need it by the time it comes back around. If you like are really producing content the way you want to. I think another thing is,
yo, appreciate that, man. Freedom, appreciate that, man. Showing love, bro. Keep it up. Appreciate that, dog. You know what it is.
So many people think about getting into it that they kind of forget that content is about the love of the game. Like, so many people are just waiting to blow up that it's like, just play games with your friends, just go IRL, just like have community. Because I truly honestly believe that's why we all got in, is because, you know, first round, you're like, what are the odds of me really making it, or someone that I know making it? It's so slim. I'm just going to shoot my shot. Like, I love doing content and I've been doing it regardless. And I think that's why we got in. I think more people should just care about content instead of caring about the opportunities that you might get from it.
Last question. If you could give advice to someone attending in the future.
I think one of the first things is people have to take what they saw from the first one and apply it. And obviously in your own way. If you try to recreate someone's whole flow, like let's say you try to do the DDG, it's not going to work this time. If something pops one time, that method instantly gets patched. Obviously, like, you know, girl content is gonna hit on the next one too. Like, so it's gonna be separate themes and shit, but you're gonna have to bring your own sauce, your own flavor, and not just like don't just go in that bitch and say, I'm just gonna do exactly what Rakai did last time so I can try to get 200,000 views. I mean, it's not gonna work. You're gonna have to bring your own sauce, bring your own flavor, be you, because even whenever you leave that, you're gonna have to uphold, like, you're gonna have to, like, if people attach to something, they're gonna have to want to keep seeing that. Another thing is know that you are being thrown into, like, just be be prepared to be thrown into the lion's den. Like, just know the Clippers are going to be outside, and if they saw a certain situation, like when people are bullying people, trust and believe. Like, them clips hit, trust they will be sniping for that same shit. So just know you might get bad clips. You got to know how to navigate it. Don't let it fuck your vibe up. Like, yeah, stay ready. I mean, it's gonna be some weird people that's clipping shit just trying to get themselves a banger, this, that, and the third. So be ready for that. And niggas have got to worry about your post streamer you strategy. What do you do after that? Look at the people that obviously took off after it. What did they do? And then how do you kind of apply that? Obviously without biting one for one. I hate people that bite one for one, but add your creative spin to what. Look at the people that did take off. Look at the people that you would think are successful after it, and how can you apply that to your everyday stream after that? Because it's gonna have to be the hardest that you've ever worked after that. Like, as soon as streaming is done, there is no chilling. There is no damn that was a lot. It's none of that. It's gonna have to be, you're gonna have to be posting clips, socials, collabs, literally everything. So yeah, just learn from the mistakes of all the people that went for the first time that were gonna be made, because this was the first time, you know, we went through that. So yeah, man, just learn from everything.
Last question: if you could give advice to someone attending in the future,
and the Clippers are starting their own careers now, bro. Clippers make more than me from this shit. Clippers going crazy.
Sure. What would it be?
I would say number one, schedule content out before you get there that will like air as you're in the middle of Streamer University, so that your algorithm is taking off. We didn't have service while we were out there, so luckily I had videos that were scheduled, and that allowed me to get some kind of traction, because I was not posting like that. I'd also say one thing I learned was you can be genuine and be ambitious at the same time. I kind of blocked myself off by being like, I don't want to be a character, and by that I ended up like slowing down how quickly I became close with a lot of the people from SU. Like, now a year later, I'm like finally hanging out with them and finally talking to people, because I'm like, oh wow, like it's not clout chasey to talk to people in your network. So I just say, like, don't let your fear of like misinterpretation like control how you act out there, because people are going to misinterpret you regardless. You're gonna get.
I got a problem with that. It's just in life, period, dog. In Miami, like, we shame someone for being friendly. Like, you friendly ass nigga, like, that's some shit. Like, in Miami, we shame people for. That's always been in the back of my mind, as far as I need a break from that shit. Like, I gotta be much more cordial. Like, I gotta be much more outgoing as far as making friends and shit, instead of just being with my clique and vibing up with my clique. And every time I've done that in life, I've grown tremendously, because I always find the wolf pack and we kill shit. So I gotta do that much more. I got my homies on YouTube though. We be killing shit as a clique. I got my homies, Chig Smooth, that's my boy. Forgotten Kings TV, that's my boy. We be killing shit, but I gotta really do my thing more as far as collaborations and hanging out and, you know, get into it.
Clipped out of context. You're gonna get one guide. It doesn't matter, as long as you know what your goals are and who you are at the end of the day. Like, that's all that matters. And also have fun. Like, I think like it's one of the most fun things that you'll ever do. It's a summer camp full of people that have the same interests as you, and it's just fun, bro. Like, it's just nice to hang out with people that are ambitious and driven and hungry, and I'm so grateful. Like it's amazing.
I think people went into Streamer University with a bunch of misunderstandings as to what
the Clippers. Yeah, I gotta be friends with Clippers, right? The Clippers. You get you an army of Clippers. That shit crazy. Speaking of Clippers, Charlemagne the God is at war with Grand Wizard Chat nigga and his Clippers, and that shit's crazy. Like, really, what goes on? When you go to war with Clippers, that shit make any little thing seem bigger than actually what it is, because you have the crazy post that comes from the one nigga, and then you got 40 niggas in the comment section confirming whatever was said in the caption of that post and agreeing with the slander. So when you go to war with Clippers, good luck, my nigga. you gotta have a tough skin, and you gotta understand the internet landscape. Because how people confirm to see, like, you know, usually myself, one thing that I used to do, if I see some shit on social media, before I watch clips sometimes, like probably 2 years ago, I'll go to the comment section first to verify, is this shit, like, you know, on point? Because y'all know on YouTube, when motherfuckers used to clickbait, you'll click on the video, Go to the comment section real quick because the shit may sound crazy. Go to the comment section, and the comment section will let you know if they're talking about whatever's relevant in the video, so you don't waste your time. So you do the same thing on social media. But on social media, these motherfuckers don't care because they have their clippers that's on their same team. They got a group chat that they post any new thing, any new post they send in the group chat, and all of them flood the comment section. So it ain't even matter they lying. All of them gonna confirm whatever narrative is in the caption, and that shit would throw a motherfucker off, bro. That should throw you off, dog. So they got more info than the CIA, nigga.
The event actually was. As powerful as I do think Kai Cenat is, Kai Cenat can't make somebody 100% famous on his own. That person needs to do their due diligence. They need to do their work. They need to have the YouTube set up, the Discords, the Twitter communities. They need to stream consistently. They need to have the creative ideas. They need to collaborate. They need to network. They need to do all those things. And for what it's worth, I do think the Streamer University gave them all of that. It's just about if they ran with it after the fact or not. And you heard that based off of the 2 interviews. Shouts out to Marcus and Kai. The people that are having this unnecessary and nasty ass criticism about whether or not Streamer University was a success or not a success just need to really take a look at the landscape as to what's going on right now in the streaming world. Post Streamer University, streaming became one of the biggest and most notable mediums of content out there in mainstream media. Everybody and their mama sparked up a Twitch account, started a YouTube account, TikTok account, and started streaming based off of Streamer University. And although some of them did not stick around, that's not necessarily because of a Kai Cenat. And some of them did stick around, and you just probably don't see them because you're not searching for them. Probably just looking for another reason to hate on Kai, to be quite honest with you. And as we sit here and wait for the next round of Streaming University, I would just like to say to any of the critics, please go back and, you know, do your due diligence. Look at yourself. And if you were somebody who were criticizing the fact that you couldn't make it, you know, maybe what are you doing to actually be invited to said event? And most importantly, work on building some sort of foundation or base to put this launching pad on. You can have the biggest boost in the world, but ultimately, if you're not willing, ready, and able to take advantage of it, then it's going to be all for nothing, to be quite honest with you. And as we see Kai Cenat put out cryptic tweet after cryptic tweet, you can kind of believe that he's coming back better than ever, and the next Streamer University is going to be bigger than it ever was. So if you're not ready to take on that challenge that is becoming a content creator or streamer, somebody that's more consistent in the space, somebody that's willing, ready, and able to succeed, then this probably isn't the game for you. And complain ain't gonna do you no good.
G shit, man. But yeah, people are still streaming. Streaming is a thing. Motherfuckers still cooking. I see DDG on live. I see Soulja Boy on stream right now. Soulja Boy was asking Kai Cenat to make him put him on Stream University. Hold on, what that man? Load my shit up. My Twitter been tripping all damn day, bruh. This how I be organizing my content through Twitter bookmarks and shit. But my shit been gooking all day, dog. But Soulja Boy was asking Kai to put him in Stream University. But then he said, nah, I'm gonna make my own rap university, some bullshit. I don't know why that screen ain't working. But he was like, never mind, we doing rap university, fuck with me. He trying to come, shit finna be a movie. We shooting in Atlanta. Dub DDG brother said, we good on this, my nigga. Stay blessed though. Nobody was trying to go to Soulja Boy shit. Fuck out of here, little nigga. Keep God in your life. Keep God in your life, fuck nigga. But I think Stream University is gonna be a success once again. I think that shit gonna be dope as hell. I think many more people are going to be given new careers. And once again, this shit still is growing. People, especially like, you know, Kick has a strong platform when it comes to clipping. And clipping is all over social media. So that shit's gonna be a thing regardless. DDG talking about Stream University now a little late. Let me see the fuck he's saying real quick before I move on to the next topic. We're gonna just hit small topics past this point because this is late. I'm not gonna do like things I'm gonna like probably clip for a main video. We're gonna do small shit. Oh, that's Lakia. She a rapper.
No, I want to hear a percentage. I don't want to hear about no damn gifts on TikTok.
I'm telling you, that's it. That's more than 50%.
Words.
500 lightning bolts is more than 50%.
Well, he just has a Stream University shirt on. He ain't saying shit about Stream University. But shout out to Lakia. Lakia was on QC, but she left. I got a video that I want to do. Cause y'all know I'm a Miami nigga. I'm biased as fuck to Miami. So I got a video that I want to do talking about this Young Miami shit. Cause I wonder how QC feeling crunchy as hell after dropping Young Miami, and then she come out and have this smash hit that's doing better than anything JT ever put out. And I fuck with JT, but we gotta just keep it real. They dumped Carisha for her. My bad, but interesting situation. I did want to cover this, and like I said, we can just do quick hitters on the way out. Do as many quick hitters as possible, things that I've been meaning to cover, but haven't. But Dr. Umar has finally finished the school that he's been getting donations for years. He said the school is ready to open, and he posted this clip a week ago. I've been meaning to give this to y'all and talk to y'all about this. Let's see this right here. I've been wanting to watch the whole full thing with y'all too.
Pan-Africanism, peace and Pan-Africanism. Peace and Pan-Africanism, peace and Pan-Africanism. This is your big brother, Dr. Umar Ifatunde Oguntade, with a special shout out to all the donors of the Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey RBG International Leadership Academy. I want to let y'all know, brothers and sisters, that we have waxed the floor, brothers and sisters. We have waxed the floor. Your school is ready for decoration. I repeat, your school is ready for decoration. I repeat, your school, my school, our school, the first school in American history built by the African diaspora is ready for decoration, brothers and sisters. We have not gotten our final building inspection.
Oh, shit.
We are being held up.
Something else.
But we are going to be patient and respectful as we can possibly be under the circumstances, brothers and sisters. Your school is ready to be decorated, but we need a certificate of occupancy. Your school is ready to be decorated, but we need a certificate of occupancy. I want to thank all my donors who've been standing with us. We are complete, brothers and sisters. Look at your school. Look at your school, brothers and sisters. We are complete, and we are ready to decorate for our children. We are ready to decorate for our community. Douglass and Marcus Garvey Academy is ready to operate, brothers and sisters. We are ready to operate, brothers and sisters. Hit your PayPal. PayPal.me/FDMG Academy. Hit your PayPal. PayPal.me/FDMG Academy. You must donate or you cannot participate. I said you must donate or you cannot participate. Look at those floors, brothers and sisters. We ready. The FDMG Pan-Africanists will be learning. We are ready, brothers. And look at the shine on that floor, brothers and sisters. Are y'all ready for academic revolution? Are y'all ready for academic revolution? Are y'all ready for the intellectual insurrection, brothers and sisters? In this holy building, in these sacred classrooms, in these sacred walls, there will be an academic and intellectual revolution like one you have never seen in your life, brothers and sisters. Like one you have never seen in your life. The revolution is coming, academic and intellectual. Black boys will be saved. Black girls will be saved. And the community programming will be off the hook. I said the community programming will be off the hook. I said the community programming will be off the hook, brothers and sisters. Oh, yes.
The science room.
Oh, yes. The community programming will be off the hook. Hit your PayPal. PayPal.me/FDMG Academy. This is the teacher's lounge. This is the teacher's lounge. This is the teacher's lounge, brothers and sisters. We got to get a couch for our teachers. We got to get a refrigerator for our teachers. We got to get a television for our teachers, brothers and sisters. It's nation time. It's nation time, brothers and sisters. We not playing no games. It's nation time. We not playing no games. The time is now, brothers and sisters. The time is now. Stop playing the game. They said we stole the money. They say there will never be no school. But I'm here to tell you today the school is done and the school is ready. I said the school is done and the school is ready, brothers and sisters. The school is done and the school is ready. The wait is over, but we need a final building inspection, brothers and sisters. The wait is over, but we need a final building inspection, brothers and sisters. That's what we're dealing with right now. That's what we dealing with right
This is
now.
June 2nd. This video right
We
here.
need that final building inspection, brothers and sisters. We need that final building inspection, brothers and sisters. We need, look at that gloss. Look at that gloss on the floor. Oh, yes. Hit your paypal.me/FDMG Academy. Hit your paypal.me/ check some money orders, P.O. Box 9634, Wilmington, Delaware. Check some money orders, P.O. Box 9634, Wilmington, Delaware, 19809. This is the timeout room. Ladies, I need you to be
timeout room.
Ladies, if you misbehave, you got to come to the timeout room.
Come on now.
If you're going to get paddled. My beautiful African queens, my butter almond and butter pecan, my caramel, my guave, my chocolate fudge, my African
Stay
buttercream,
focused,
my
brother.
pina colada, my caramel,
You're
my
not
cinnamon,
focused,
my nutmeg
brother.
queens. If you misbehave, you got to come and get 3 strokes. Oh, yes, with the RBG paddle. With
Hey,
the
this nigga
RBG
wild.
paddle. Consciousness over the cookies. This is the paddling room. This is where you get
Umar gonna be fucking the teachers. This nigga's wild.
discipline when you break the rules of the Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey Academy. Oh, yes, brothers and sisters. Oh, yes. Hit
What?
the PayPal, paypal.me/FDMG Academy.
Oh, this he should have never said that. He should have never said that, bro. Come on, man. Stay focused. Be cool, bro. You about to get yourself in some shit before you even start this bitch
Your
up.
PayPal. If you ain't donated, you better donate, because if you're not on the donation list, you will not participate. No donation, no participation. I want you to say it with me. No donation, no participation. I want you to say it with me. No donation, no participation. I want you to say it with me, brothers and sisters. No donation, no participation. That's how we doing it around here. That's how we doing it around here. The first school, the first independent black school in American history, built by the African diaspora. I want to thank Africa. I want to thank Australia. I want to thank Canada. I want to thank the South Pacific, my Africans in Europe, my Africans in Asia. I want to thank my brothers and sisters in the Caribbean, Central and South America, my Texas Africans, my New York Africans, my Jersey Africans, my California, my Oregon Africans, my Minneapolis, my Missouri Africans, my Tennessee Africans. I want to thank all the Africans for hanging with us, standing with us. We've been through hell and high water. We still fighting for a final building inspection and a final building permit. We still fighting. But we going to win. Ladies, who going to come decorate the principal's office? Ladies, who's going to come decorate the principal's office? I need a team of queens. I need a team of queens to come decorate the principal's office. I need a team of queens to come decorate the principal's office. I need a team of all natural head to toe queens to decorate the principal's office. I said I need a team of all natural head to toe queens to decorate the principal's office.
Umar trying to paint some walls. That's what he's trying to do. He trying to paint some walls. Multiple. Plural.
Brothers and sisters, oh yes. Oh yes, the time is now. The academic revolution is here. I need a team of queens to decorate the principal's office. Hit your PayPal. Hit your PayPal, paypal.me/FDMG Academy. Hit your PayPal, brothers and sisters. Hit your PayPal, brothers and sisters. Hit your PayPal, brothers and sisters. I need a team of queens. I need a team of queens to decorate the principal's office. That's what we're talking about. If you need to reach me, 215-989-9858. Don't call me. You can only text me. 215-989-9858. Don't call me. You can only text me. 215-989-9858. Don't call me. You can only text me, brothers and sisters. I'm too busy for phone calls. I'm too busy for phone calls. I'm too busy for phone calls. I'm working for the people. I'm working for the people. I'm too busy for the phone calls. I'm working for the people. Hit your PayPal. Hit your PayPal. Franklin, Virginia, I'm going to see you for Juneteenth. Franklin, Virginia, I'm going to see you for Juneteenth. Franklin, Virginia, I'm going to see you for Juneteenth on Thursday the 18th. Franklin, Virginia, I'm going to see you for Juneteenth on Thursday the 18th. Hampton, Virginia, I'm going to see you for Juneteenth on Friday the 19th. Hampton, Virginia, I'm going to see you for Juneteenth on Friday the 19th.
All right, Umar. We going to see how this shit move on past this point. But like I said, right now I'm just doing quick hitters. Stuff that I've been meaning to catch up on, but not going to do like a normal video for a real upload for, you know, just hanging out as I'm just going through my list of content that I said I was gonna knock out eventually. And I've been wanting to check out the updates on this Lil Durk shit. So let's go ahead and do that. So some more charges have been added to Lil Durk's case, unfortunately. You know, out of the different rappers with different type of vibes, I enjoy Lil Durk a lot, especially in the gym. You know, his last album, although people didn't like it that much, I love that shit in the gym. Especially Monitoring Me. This is my PR song.
Jerry Production.
That's all I can play right there. That's all I can play. But that's my, anytime I'm ready to hit the PR or my top set, I gotta hear that Monitoring Me. That's my shit. So I fuck with Durk, even though, you know, it's not good music technically for the community. But Lil Durk done got hit with some more charges, as he's already facing some conspiracy charges to commit murder or murder for hire charges. And 1090 Jake broke it down. I haven't gone through the details yet, but let's see what's going on as far as what they're saying about Lil Durk charges.
Things just seem to be getting worse and worse for Lil Durk after he was just hit with his third superseding indictment. And this isn't new details or a new perspective on what we already know. He's been hit with new charges. And they've even put a new twist on the racketeering enterprise. You want to make hundreds of dollars from your phone for free? There's a bunch of new games.
Oh, free cash back working again? Shit, y'all want to go to free cash? Go through my fucking link, not his. Go through my link, man. Free cash was tripping. But they back going, so I'll start running the free cash promo once again on my page. But yeah, free cash, that's my shit.
What prosecutors call the Banks Gang Enterprise. Federal prosecutors allege that Durk Banks, known professionally as Lil Durk, along with several co-defendants and associates, were members of a criminal organization involved in murders, attempted murders, robberies, and drug trafficking. The government is essentially laying the foundation for what resembles a racketeering case. They are arguing this wasn't a collection of unrelated crimes, but an organized group operating together. So they've already identified OTF, but now it's like they're trying to make Durk's team of special forces seem like an elite group aside from OTF. The next section focuses on OTF or only the family. Prosecutors acknowledge that OTF was formed around 2010 as a music organization that produced and promoted hip-hop artists from Chicago. However, they claim that a subset of people connected to OTF formed what they call the Banks Gang Enterprise.
What?
According to the indictment, this group allegedly committed violent acts at Durk's direction, and in return, members were rewarded with money, jewelry, music opportunities, and elevated status within the organization.
They creating some shit, bro. The fuck is the Banks Gang Enterprise, bro? They just making them some shit up, dog. I ain't never heard of that shit. I mean, that may be best that we don't hear about it, but the fuck?
This is important because prosecutors are trying to establish motive. They are arguing that alleged violence wasn't random, it allegedly came with rewards. And who are they alleging was in charge? Who are they saying was the Larry Hoover, the John Gotti? Who are they saying was the top guy? The indictment identifies Lil Durk as the alleged leader of the enterprise. Prosecutors claim other named defendants and co-conspirators were members, associates, or affiliates. The government alleges Durk recruited individuals connected to the Black Disciples street gang and brought together people from various Chicago neighborhoods under this enterprise. Again, prosecutors are attempting to show organization, structure, and leadership. And they wouldn't just be laying out the foundation of a full-on RICO and a mafia-like group, they would also give the purpose that the group served. According to the indictment, members allegedly used violence to protect Durk, protect the enterprise, maintain influence, retaliate against rivals, and control territory. The government specifically points to rival groups, including alleged Gangsta Disciple members, as targets. The indictment repeatedly claims that violence was used as a tool to maintain power and influence. And it would seem one of the biggest hits that OTF, or the Banks Gang enterprise, took was the death of Vaughn. One of the biggest themes throughout this indictment is the November 2020 killing of King Vaughn, who prosecutors describe as a close friend and associate of Dirk. The government claims that after Vaughn was killed, members of the enterprise began planning revenge against people they believed were responsible. One individual, identified as Taekwon Bowman, aka Quando Rondo, became a central figure throughout the indictment and seemed to be #1 on the hit list.
Dog. I feel like they reaching, they creating a whole fucking gang to piece the puzzle together from these friends that may have had issues with other people and niggas just doing shit to avenge their friends' death. They trying to get RICO like charges and just creating a gang out of thin air. Banks Gang. Who the fuck gonna name a gang after their last name? That would be the dumbest shit ever. Banks Gang. Who the fuck would do that? It's just OTF niggas, man.
Prosecutors claim multiple murder plots were launched against Quando after Vaughn's death. The indictment says Dirk and other alleged leaders recruited people willing to commit violence for the organization. Federal prosecutors claim individuals were brought into operations specifically to carry out attacks against rivals. This section is important because prosecutors are trying to show an organized chain of command rather than spontaneous acts. So not only was it just within the Black Disciples, the feds are alleging that this well-structured organized group reached out to whatever hitman they could find in order to execute the killings they were willing to reward. And they even used sliders or hot cars to get this done. One of the more detailed sections involves stolen vehicles. Prosecutors claim Dirk funded the purchase of stolen cars known as sliders or hot cars. According to the government, these vehicles were used during shootings because they were harder to trace. The indictment also explains terminology prosecutors claim members used. Ops, meaning rivals or enemies. Sliding, meaning carrying out attacks. Drills, meaning shootings or violent missions. Federal prosecutors are attempting to connect alleged coded language to criminal conduct. And the indictment will go even further as the feds start to detail the funding of the organization. Prosecutors claim Dirk financed firearms, flights, transportation, drug trafficking, and rewards for violence. The government's theory is that financial support helped secure loyalty from members and encouraged violent acts on behalf of the enterprise. In 2019, there was an Atlanta shooting, the first specific act of violence listed as a February 2019 incident in Atlanta. Prosecutors claim a dispute over a stolen vehicle led to a confrontation. According to the indictment, an attempted robbery escalated into a shooting that left the victim wounded. The government alleges Dirk was present and participated. That allegation will likely become a major point of dispute moving forward. And it's shocking to see this because, of course, they're speaking on the shooting that Dirk and King Vaughn allegedly committed but beat in court. And it was
shit, that's because someone came to Fonny. They tapped Fonny on the shoulder, Fonny Willis, and said, yo, we got that from here. We got that from here. Leave him alone. Let him think that he's free. He's good to move comfortably. But we have him on some bigger things. Don't worry about them. We'll take care of that. We'll take care of that. And I think that also is the reason why they decided to not charge Lil Tim. I think they could finesse Lil Tim to cooperate or whatever. I don't know.
Was even said at one point in court that Dirk could be seen on video firing the weapon.
They say around 5 in the morning on February 5th, Lil Durk, whose real name is Dirk Derek Banks, and his co-defendant Devontae Bennett were seen on camera involved in shooting Alexander Witherspoon, a person police say they knew.
They were hanging out. They went to a studio to make music.
The rapper and Bennett listened to the evidence against them in court. Police told the judge later that night the victim, Banks, Bennett, and others went to a nightclub, a gas station, and ended up in the parking lot of the Varsity. That's when Weatherspoon said he was robbed and shot.
He said his chain was snatched off his neck, and he had $30,000 stolen from him, and they stole the vehicle he was driving.
Police say Banks was seen on tape shooting a gun.
You see Mr. Banks' arm out the window firing several shots at the victim, towards the victim.
Banks' attorney says this is a celebrity witch hunt.
When he beat the case, then it came out that they allegedly would have continued to pursue a conviction against Vaughn, but Vaughn died before they could. Next, prosecutors described the murder of a rival gang member in Chicago in January of 2022. The indictment claims 2 co-conspirators committed the killing and later discussed receiving payment. One of the most notable allegations here involves text messages where prosecutors claim individuals discussed waiting to receive money from Dirk. The indictment also references a February 2022 music video shoot where prosecutors say Dirk appeared with approximately $1 million in cash. The government suggests this event,
yeah, that shit was similar to that No Plug situation. You right about that.
Is connected to alleged rewards paid to participants. And of course, the music video that they're talking about was the same setting that Dirk sat down with Gillian Wallow on $1 million worth of game.
That's crazy.
Literally, that $1 million was used in a music video, and allegedly the leader of the gang in which the 2 guys went and killed another guy was in that music video. Dirk allegedly had the leader of the shooters in the video with him. The feds are trying to piece all of this together as more examples of Dirk paying for blood. Now, the indictment would go back to Quando Rondo, but this wasn't in LA. This time, this was in Georgia. Prosecutors claim members of the enterprise attempted to kill Quando in Georgia in May of 2021 as revenge for Vaughn's death. According to the government and the fact that Quando was still alive, obviously they were unsuccessful. Now, the Los Angeles shooting is the centerpiece of this indictment.
Shots fired, a fight taken to the streets, and this chaotic scene, the ending of a shooting that started in Los Angeles, California. Sheriff's deputies pulling out a man who had been shot in an SUV. Savannah rapper Quando Rondo, a passenger in that car, frantic at the sight. It all started at this mobile gas station at 5:30 Friday evening. LAPD says witnesses heard multiple gunshots, then watched a couple cars zoom off. 3 people in one car shot at this black Cadillac Escalade. It's unclear if those inside shot back.
Can I get some space, please?
It ended at Santa Monica Boulevard. Deputies found it peppered with bullet holes and a shattered window.
Prosecutors allege that in August of 2022, multiple defendants traveled to California to locate and kill Quando. The government claims flights were purchased using OTF-related funds, vehicles were obtained for surveillance, ski masks were purchased, firearms distributed, and Quando was tracked around LA. According to prosecutors, the alleged operation ultimately culminated at a Beverly Boulevard gas station. And this would lead to the death of Lil Pab. Federal prosecutors claim that when shooters opened fire at Quando's vehicle, Lil Pab was struck and killed. This death forms the basis for the most serious charges in this case. The government argues that although Quando was the intended target, Pab became the victim of the attack. The indictment repeatedly references music videos, social media posts, lyrics, and text messages. Prosecutors claim members celebrated violence, mocked rivals, and promoted their reputations through music and online content. Expect this area to become one of the biggest legal battlegrounds because defense attorneys will likely challenge how prosecutors are using artistic expression as evidence. And that's for sure going to be one of the most controversial aspects of this case, because this isn't like they're beating around the bush. They're descriptively talking about murders and dead people and flat out dissing them in drill songs.
I ain't gonna lie, bruh. I mean, I got a small enough platform that I don't think it's gonna be impactful. But when I heard Quando saying that no shit, it reminded me of the Dirk song when he's like mimicking him or, you know, making fun of him. saying he say no. That was a crazy couple years, bruh. Great energetic music came from that shit, but that was a crazy couple years.
But because it's on a beat and it's not a conversation over a phone or a conversation over a podcast, it's considered artistic expression and it's supposed to be protected, which, to be honest, sounds crazy because everybody knows what the fuck it actually is.
Yeah.
Now, one of the most damaging allegations in the indictment is the claim that Durk placed bounties on individuals. The government alleges people who carried out hits would receive cash, jewelry, music opportunities, appearances in videos, and increased status within OTF. Prosecutors are using this allegation to support the murder for hire components of the case. But text messages would also be included. Among them, I can't let this slide. Vaughn dying turned me into a different animal. Don't book no flights under no names involved with me. Later messages discussing potential informants and concerns about cooperation with law enforcement. The government presents these messages as evidence of planning, coordination, and concealment. The defense will almost certainly challenge the meaning, context, and interpretation of those communications. Now, count one of the indictment is murder in aid of racketeering. Count one alleges that the killing of Pab was committed to maintain or increase status within the alleged enterprise. This is one of the most serious federal racketeering charges in the indictment. Count two is a stalking conspiracy. Count two alleges a conspiracy to track, surveil, intimidate, and ultimately kill Quando. This count includes the detailed timeline prosecutors provide regarding flights, vehicles, communications, and surveillance activities. Count three is interstate stalking resulting in death.
Damn.
This count alleges that interstate travel, cell phones, vehicles, and other facilities of commerce were used in a campaign targeting Quando. Because Pab died, prosecutors are seeking enhanced penalties. Counts 4 and 5 are simply murder for hire. These counts accuse defendants of using interstate commerce to facilitate a murder for hire scheme. Prosecutors argue that financial rewards and future economic benefits were promised in exchange for carrying out the hits. And count 6 is a firearms charge. The final major charge alleges defendants used firearms during a crime of violence. The indictment specifically alleges one weapon functioned as a machine gun through the use of a switch. Federal firearm charges often carry significant mandatory penalties if proven, and the final section of this indictment deals with forfeiture. If convictions occur, prosecutors say they will seek money connected to the alleged crimes, property connected to the alleged crimes, the firearms and ammunitions involved in the alleged offenses, and the substitute of assets if original assets cannot be located. Meaning whatever money was used to commit these crimes and fund these crimes, the feds want it. And if they can't get it from what they've recovered, they're gonna send Durk the bill. The biggest development in this third superseding indictment is that prosecutors are laying out a much broader theory than a single shooting. The government is alleging that an organized enterprise existed, that violence was rewarded, and that the murder of Pab was the result of a coordinated plot targeting Quando. Whether prosecutors can prove these allegations remain to be seen, but this filing gives the clearest picture yet of the government's case against Lil Durk and his co-defendants. Durk's lawyer Drew Findling would respond to news of the superseding indictment with a post shared to Durk's Instagram reading, "This indictment is lipstick on a pig. For nearly 2 years now, federal prosecutors have desperately tried to fend off challenges to a very weak case. Now, just 2 months before trial, a trial that Durk Banks has demanded at every turn, they pull this pathetic pivot, recycling old accusations into a scrambling prosecutor's backup plan, alleged racketeering, and as many unrelated false claims as possible. This is not a sign of strength. It's an acknowledgement of weakness. The fact remains, Durk Banks is innocent, no matter how many indictments they want to throw at him."
Now I'm just imagining if DD, OTF DD and other niggas didn't try to push back their trial, then they wouldn't have been able to throw these things on there. Like, This shit comes from some time. They was trying to have the trial at the beginning of this year. So I don't think these charges would have been on there at all. But goddamn. Now, basically, because they have those charges on there, they're going to be able to paint a bigger picture to try to web all these things together to show the jury a storyline based on what they allege is happening. Now, if it's not streamlined, that could work against them. But if they are competent prosecutors, competent attorneys, then that could be tough on Dirk. But we'll see how it goes, man.
It would seem prosecutors reiterated much of what has already been said, adding on other incidents to delay trial, giving themselves more time to build up their case and secure the most punishing convictions. And to be honest, it's a dirty game, and the feds are known to play these dirty games. I mean, not even just the feds. Look at what's happening with YNW Melly. He's been locked up for what, over 7 years? And you have to understand, when you pay an attorney, it doesn't just end. These are continuous payments. You have to have continuous funds. It's not like they just give you a set bill and that's done, because when new shit gets added and extensions get brought on, you need to keep funding these attorneys. They will try to drain you and drag this out as long as possible until you're not able to afford the Drew Finlings and the Brian Steeles. And then at that point, they're ready for trial. They got you hooked because you don't have that legal backing. The fact that Dirk with his legal team are ready for trial and the feds are trying to throw in any little thing that they can to delay this, I agree with his lawyer that this is a sign of weakness. But again, if the feds are able to convict on any of these charges,
it's over with.
It's pretty much over with for Dirk. None of these charges are minor.
From Florida,
none of them carry minimal amounts of time. Dirk is literally fighting for his life. And he either gets to keep it or loses it entirely to the federal government. But let me know y'all's thoughts and comments in the comment section. It's 1090 Jake. I'm rocking with y'all, y'all rocking with me.
Appreciate it, Bobby Hill. But yeah, dog. Dirk, my boy. These niggas seem like they seemingly tricked you out the streets. They seemingly tricked you out the streets, dog. Now, selfishly as a fan, nigga wish we had the music. But then, as a black man, it's like, damn, bro. You fed into the same old shit, the same old traps. And when you got out, you supposed to elevate. But you wanted to continue to show that you was real. I remember when Chief Keef was going through his things, and he was beefing with niggas from Old Block and some OTF niggas. But Lil Durk was chastising him because saying that the reason for the beef is because Chief Keef didn't want to continue helping niggas, wasn't paying bonds and things of that sort. But Lil Durk still put himself, like, still wanting to be married or being a voice of the streets, and got himself tied into this shit and want to continue proving his point. But look where it's ultimately left him. He did take over. I enjoy the music, I ain't gonna lie. So maybe I'm part of the blame. Maybe niggas like me part of the blame for incentivizing him, not only when it comes to doing the shit that niggas was doing, but the music replicating their life. Maybe I'm part of the blame with being a fan. But it is what it is, just being transparent about this shit, man. But hey, dog, we been hanging. I want to make sure I'm fresh tomorrow to give you guys more content, so I'm gonna wrap up the live stream. I will keep going. Y'all know sometimes I be live streaming for hours on hours, but let me wrap up the live stream, man. Freedom, I appreciate you hanging out with me, dog. Yeah, Chief Keef for the smartest in the end. Facts, though. Chief Keef living good. See, I seen he just leaked up with Katy Perry and everything, bro. Chief Keef living good. But let me wrap up this live stream, get some rest so I can be back tomorrow to get back to pumping out this content. You know, get these regular uploads out. Got a lot of things I want to talk about tomorrow too. So much more videos, and maybe tomorrow night hop back on live stream. We can just be on this grind, man. But I appreciate y'all so much. I'm going to be going next. Kick want me to live stream, so I'm gonna go ahead and get on Kick and give them some love over there. And I'll figure out the proper way to do YouTube lives and Kick and all that good shit, man. But I appreciate y'all. But we can go ahead on now, get y'all some rest, man. Appreciate y'all for vibing. Yo.